Mingus Marauder Football is on the air. Your 2024 Mingus Marauder Football coverage is brought to you in part by Jones Ford Verde Valley, Arizona's best. On 260 in Cottonwood, visit Jones Ford today. Jennifer Griffin State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Taylor Waste, the best local option for service tailored to your needs. Yavapai College, serving students with opportunities and resources at 6 campuses across Yavapai County. Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros, more miles for your money. Tiffany's Construction Value, engineering on every project. Gettles High Desert Mechanical, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Don't settle, get Gettles. Consideration also provided by All Price Insurance in Cottonwood, helping you find the best option for your insurance coverage. Fiskor Heating and Cooling, serving Northern Arizona residents and businesses. They're here for you. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, serving the Verde Valley screen printing needs for over 30 years. Larry Green Chevrolet. Visit them on Rodeo Drive in Cottonwood or shop completely online at LarryGreenChevrolet.com. D-Best Plumbing. They simply believe in getting it right the first time. Sun Country Custom Woodworks, serving Arizona for over 10 years. Longfellow Excavating. We dig your ideas. Call them at 928-300-3792. And now, broadcasting for your 2024 Mingus Marauders, your play-by-play announcers, Nick Yatsenko and Jackie Bessler.
Well, good evening, one and all, and hello from Deer Valley High School, home of the Skyhawks. Jackie Bessler here, Nick Yatsenko off to my left. This is Aiden in the camera over here. Wave, Aiden. That's Aiden. Okay, perfect. Aiden's working for the team down there. We are sharing the press box on the visitors' side. So we are here amongst the Mingus faithful making the trip down here to Deer Valley, and it's going to be a warm one.
Oh, it's great to see all the family and friends make the trip down to Phoenix, Jackie, and you bet it's going to be a cool, crisp 100 degrees at kickoff tonight. So you bet I've been sweating in the box already, so I know those guys are tired on the field.
Oh, I know. I'm on my 4th shirt already. Mingus 1-3. They manufactured their first win against Copper Canyon 39-7 last week, and you can watch that game on demand at our Cablecast channel, of course. And Deer Valley comes in here tonight perfect 4-0 on the season.
Yeah, Deer Valley's definitely looking to win a region title for themselves, and not only that, but get into the playoffs. And you bet it's the Marauders' time to try to look for a spoiler tonight.
Indeed. Mingus trying to play spoiler on the road here to Deer Valley and homecoming. Nonetheless, we're going to take a break. We will return to the home of the Skyhawks after this.
Stay cozy and comfortable with Fiskor Heating and Cooling. At Fiskor Heating and Cooling, we bring warmth to your winters and cool comfort to your summers. Our friendly team of experts is dedicated to keeping your home just the way you like it. Whether it's a tune-up, repair, or a brand new system, you can count on us for reliable and speedy service with a smile. Your comfort is our priority. Choose Fiskor Heating and Cooling for a happier, cozier home.
Call Fiskor Heating and Cooling. We're here for you. Let's go, Marauders!
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Back here at Deer Valley High School, Jackie Bessler, Nick Yatsenko joining us here today. Taking a look at the Mingus Marauder schedule here. Mesquite drops to 1-3 on the season, losing to Gilbert 45-15. They are at 5A. Maricopa, who is 2-2 here tonight. Estrella Foothills, they are 3-1. They bounce back against Buckeye, a score of 32-14, and they'll host Seton Catholic here tonight. Blue Ridge goes 5-0, by the way, beating Morsini by who is a 2-2. Actually, beat him 22-8, and they'll play host to 3-2 Safford here tonight. Copper Canyon, who lost to Mingus last week, 39-7. They'll travel to Grand Canyon region rival Flagstaff. That's important because then we're going to get to see. We know how we did against Copper Canyon, and then we're going to see how Flagstaff does against Copper Canyon right before we play them next week for homecoming at Mingus, so that one will be important. Deer Valley remains unbeaten with a 40-12 win over La Jolla Community, and they are at homecoming here tonight against Mingus. Flagstaff pulls out a W versus Desert Sunrise 22-12, and they, of course, will host Copper Canyon here tonight. Bradshaw, well, they beat St. Mary's on an extra point, 21-20. They are at home versus Apache Junction, who is 1-3. Bradshaw 2-2 on the season. Coconino, surprisingly, 1-2 on the season. They lose a tough one, 19-17 to 4-0 Arcadia. The Titans take them down, and tonight they will try to bounce back against 1-3 Poston Butte. Lee Williams, the defending Grand Canyon Region champion, they are 1-3, not out to a great start here this season. They lost to Moon Valley 34-18. They will host 3A Mojave here tonight, and Mojave made some noise in 3A playoffs last year, so we'll see what happens with that one. And then the Grand Canyon region leader here wins 31-26 over a very tough Vista Grande squad. They go up against 4-0 Combs in Prescott here tonight, and so they are racking up some power points, that is, for the Prescott Badgers.
And it's great to see these four, the Grand Canyon region teams, Jackie, playing really tough schedules. I mean, the Marauder schedule isn't quite as tough as some of our other region teams. Prescott, Coconino, might explain why they're 1-2. They're playing really tough competition. Same as our schedules, kind of on the weaker side in the 4A division. So is Deer Valley's. So it could explain why they're 4-0. We're going to get to see the real test tonight. But, Jackie, let's go over Deer Valley's schedule. And they started the season with a huge win, 62-6 at North Canyon. North Canyon is a 5A school, so that's a notable win right there. Then they beat Sahuarita at home 21-0. They beat Greenway, just squeaked by Greenway by a field goal. They won that 28-25. And then, like you mentioned earlier, they beat La Jolla 40-12. But just going over some of the other teams that Deer Valley has played, their records, North Canyon, that their first game, they're 0-4 right now in the season. Sahuarita is 1-3, Greenway 1-2, and La Jolla is 0-4. So, again, just to prove that point that the schedules aren't that tough for either the Marauders or Deer Valley, makes it a little bit tougher to kind of, forecast and foreshadow this game tonight. We're not quite sure. That hopefully it's going to be super competitive. You know that there's two teams trying to fight for region titles.
Right, well, absolutely. But Deer Valley has taken care of business. They have beaten who they have played. Yep. You can only play your schedule. Right. They have taken on and they have beaten who they have played, and they have played them well. They just haven't had an awful lot of competition as of yet. And Greenway's only win, they're 1-2, and their only win was against Flagstaff this year. So that one, again, hard to determine. I want to thank Dogtown USA for our recap from last week. And, of course, you can find Dogtown USA, the Chicago Dogs. Oh, the 100% Vienna beef dogs. Oh, my goodness. Fantastic. You got the chili dogs. You've got the Ditka. You've got the Ditka. You got to try the Ditka.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can go out to Tractor Supply. They are normally there every single day at Tractor Supply. Or you can go to dogtownusa.com and look at their website to find out where they're going to be and see if they're going to be at special events coming up, like, I don't know, Fort Verde Days, things along those lines coming up, and you can find out where they are. Certainly worth the travel to get your little taste of the Midwest with Dogtown USA. Taking a look at the recap from last week, the Mingus Marauders winning 39-7. In fact, they were leading 26-7 at halftime, and they also scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. Almost gave up a touchdown very at the end, but a Rain Stokes interception at the end foils the attempt to put more points on the board. In the third quarter, there were no punts. There were 4 turnovers on downs, 2 per team. But that was quite unusual, by the way. I haven't seen that. So Dawson Rice, his first game full playing quarterback, 7 for 14, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Rain Stokes on the ground, 18 carries and 73 yards, and his first touchdown of the season. Dawson Rice had 2 touchdowns on the ground. Leading receiver for the Mingus Marauders, Kobe De La Haye, with 3 receptions, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Shane Chupp added a touchdown on a reception of 41 yards as well. So the Mingus Marauders took care of business, but I got to say, Copper Canyon did a lot of deep passes, a lot of go routes during that game, and several of them were open. They had some speed, just couldn't connect during the course of the game to make it count.
Yeah, and that's we're most likely going to see the Skyhawks go through the air tonight, Jackie. I mean, they might keep it on the ground, too. Last week against La Jolla, they had 358 rushing yards.
Oh, my gosh.
So, I mean, I say they might go through the air, maybe not.
Right.
After a 358 yards, week last week on the ground. Yeah, I might stick with that game, but they were also able to do it through the air, over 100 yards through the air. The Skyhawks quarterback, Tyler LeBaron, had a QB rating of 75. For high school, that's not bad. He no interceptions, no touchdowns against La Jolla Community, but he went 7 for 14, 106 yards. So comparable. Like I said, on the ground, they only got 106 yards against La Jolla Community. The only thing La Jolla was able to do against the Skyhawks was put the ball in the air. They had negative 5 total rushing yards.
Oh,
Jackie.
geez.
So you bet that the Skyhawks have a really good rush defense. So it's going to be interesting to see how Coach Midkiff and the Marauders try to attack that. La Jolla was able to put it through the air for almost 200 yards. So that's maybe an indicator we might see the Marauders go with the air again.
Well, we will see if they're going to stack the box on the Mingus Marauders here tonight. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the 2023 season as well as the matchups historically between these two squads. We'll be back for more Mingus Marauder football after this.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettle's has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettle's, and go Marauders!
And the Mingus Marauders come out of the locker room out here. The Deer Valley Band on the opposite side as we are almost underway here for quarter number 1. The Mingus Marauders and the Deer Valley Skyhawks taking a look at the 2023 contest. Mingus Marauders victorious. They doubled up on Deer Valley last year, 26-13, as the Mingus Marauders' Rain Stokes was 4 for 4, a perfect 4 for 4 with 65 yards, no touchdowns and interceptions. Had 245 yards on the ground with 43 attempts last year, as Grijalva had a 100-yard game for the Mingus Marauders. Marcus Johnson, we're going to see a lot of him. He had 7 carries and 27 yards for Deer Valley here last year, and they have some returning receivers as well. 162 yards in the air given up by the Mingus Marauders, only 17 yards on the ground, so kind of the same way you were talking about with the La Jolla game versus Deer Valley, except a flipped script for 2023 for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, and Jackie, just kind of to touch on the Marauders stats this season so far, with the quarterback change, we're going to see Dawson Rice at 164 yards so far, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So he's got a quarterback rating of 80, and that young man has done a great job stepping up and filling Rain Stokes' spot while Rains goes into that tailback running back spot for the Marauders. And speaking of Rains, he on the ground, he has 97 yards and 1 touchdown, and goodness, we talked pregame. Those are some hard-earned yards, and man, does he do some heavy hitting when he runs that ball. And then Dawson Rice rushing as well. Obviously, he's at that quarterback spot now, but he's got 3 touchdowns in that rushing category, receiving Colby De La Haye with 1 touchdown, 134 yards on the season. Shane Chupp, 1 touchdown, 146 yards on the season. So the Marauders starting to get it done through the air and on the ground.
For the Deer Valley squad, LeBaron comes in tonight, 38 of 64, 555 yards, 7 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions on the week. The story, though, Marcus Johnson, 69 carries, 377 yards, averaging 5.5 yards a carry, 7 touchdowns, 4 of them coming on the ground last week against La Jolla, as they've got 625 total yards on the ground. We're also going to see Sanchez in the backfield with 26 carries, 167 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Leading receivers are going to be Keith, Praxton, and Johnson as they combine for about 300 of the 600 yards. They've got 7 turnovers on the season, and that'll be something that the Mingus Marauders will probably try to take advantage of.
Yeah, and the Marauders themselves have 6 turnovers, Jackie. So on the other side of the ball, the Skyhawks will be looking to do the same thing, a lot of turnovers. So both these teams got to clean that up going forward. A little bit of history between the Marauders and Skyhawks, Jackie, not much. Mingus is 2-0 since 2004 against the Skyhawks. 2023, last year was a 26-13 victory. The year before that, in 22, Marauders won 31-0. So you bet Deer Valley is looking to get a win. They're undefeated. We talked about all the statures for tonight, and there's a lot of them. Deer Valley's trying to keep their undefeated season and come up with their first win against the Marauders in a while. So it's going to be interesting.
A 5A school, historically, they moved to 4A in 2018, the Deer Valley Skyhawks, and this will be their homecoming game here tonight. We're going to take a break, come back, and then we've got a very special tribute coming up for a very special announcer that everybody is going to know, everybody loves. We'll return to Deer Valley High School after this.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. You know, your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywoodworks.com.
Yavapai College has many degree and certificate programs to get you on track to a rewarding, well-paying career in a variety of industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
Stay cozy and comfortable with Fiskor Heating and Cooling. At Fiskor Heating and Cooling, we bring warmth to your winters and cool comfort to your summers. Our friendly team of experts is dedicated to keeping your home just the way you like it. Whether it's a tune-up, repair, or a brand new system, you can count on us for reliable and speedy service with a smile. Your comfort is our priority. Choose Fiskor Heating and Cooling for a happier, cozier home.
Call Fiskor Heating and Cooling. We're here for you. Let's go, Marauders!
Wow. They have their own demolition going on here.
That was really special.
That was very cool.
Fireworks that we got to see during that anthem. That was amazing.
National anthem by the Deer Valley Skyhawk Band out here, and of course the ROTC, the Air Force ROTC, providing the colors here tonight. Hey, a perfect opportunity for us to talk about a legend that we have lost. Alan Leonard McCoy, an American sportscaster, the play-by-play announcer for the Phoenix Suns of the NBA from 1972 to 2023. In fact, the 2022 and 23 NBA season was his 51st season. I thought I was doing well with 34 years of Mingus Marauder football. 51 years, his final season with the Phoenix Suns. He is the longest tenured broadcaster in NBA history, which is absolutely phenomenal. Born in 1933 in Iowa, died September 21st, 2024 at the age of 91, so he was still broadcasting Suns basketball at 90 years old, survived by 3 children, Michael, Jay, and Jerry, and of course from Drake University and the University of Iowa. He did a lot of other sports besides basketball, but Shazam and Zingo the Strings are 2 opportunities, and you have done a fantastic tribute here, which is
Jackie.
Wonderful.
Let me get this on screen and say Shazam. There it is on screen, and we got it in the box. We're going to enjoy this during halftime and post-game. So this is a Al McCoy tribute pizza here, done with just food coloring on on regular pizza sauce and a homemade pizza dough right there. You can see my QR code. If you want to check out more of my artwork, you can scan that. And Jackie, like you said, Shazam. If I could have just 1/8 of the effect that Al McCoy had on listeners and players, I'd be happy.
No doubt.
What an incredible incredible moments he's given us.
Our Eye on the Game sponsor brought to you by Reese's Tire Automotive and Tire Pros, as we want to say thank you to the referees out there that have made the games possible. And, of course, we want to make sure that we appreciate those referees. Without them, we cannot play a season, and we cannot play football out there. And Reese's Tire Tire Pros, of course, the best warranty in the nation with over 80,000 locations in North America for tires and service. And you can get all the deals and specials at Reese'sTire.com. Reese'sTire.com. Also want to thank our coin toss sponsor, which is Jennifer Griffin, State Farm Insurance. And last game we were trying to draw Jennifer Griffin on the State Farm Stadium because we were right outside of the Cardinals State Farm State, which was really awesome. But it's easier for you to find her at 545 South Main Street in Cottonwood, and that's right across from Walgreens. And, of course, we want to thank Jennifer Griffin for being our coin toss sponsor here. And it looks like Deer Valley has won and has decided to decline, yes?
I think the Marauders are going to receive. So you're right, Jackie. Marauders are going to start this game on offense. I thought for a second the Marauders won that coin toss. Maybe it's better we didn't, because we were talking about the coin toss wins and loses before the game. Not like that matters at all, but sometimes I'd like it to matter.
Seda, we have got Stokes, Longfellow, and Montiel out there for captains for the Mingus Marauders here. So the Mingus Marauders will start and get underway here. Mingus is going to receive the ball first. We have some changes here on offense here. So Trenton Paxton is going to be the center here for the Mingus Marauders. Chupp is going to play offense only, and he goes to the right tackle. Backus is going to be the left guard. Montiel will be the right. Backus will be the right guard. Montino will be the left guard. Watson will be the tight end. Carson Miller or McLean will be the tight end here today. Kobe De La Haye on one side, Demario Tinsley on the other. Shane Chupp, one of our wings, as Dawson Rice will be the quarterback. Rain Stokes, the fullback for game number 2. Right now, you've got Remington Stokes back and De La Haye back for the Mingus Marauders. And kicking out here for Deer Valley is going to be Austin Chavs as he kicks that one short. It's going to hit about the 20-yard line, and that's a live ball out there, and there is a scrum at the 25-yard line. We're going to see who comes up with it. Mingus comes up with it. Boy, the Mingus Marauders not paying attention out there as the ball landed. Marcus Lucas, one of the Mingus Marauders on that side, I don't think he ever saw the ball come down in his territory. Mingus will take over, luckily, at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was a close one, Jackie. Situational awareness, I don't know that, like you said, I don't know if the Marauders just didn't see that or maybe weren't playing the kickoff scenario, but you're right. Deer Valley just about jumped on that.
That would have been the longest onside kick that I've ever seen. Rice in the backfield. He's got Rain Stokes back there with him. 3 receivers. There's the snap, and it looks like he wants to throw. Throws it, comes deep, comes to the near side. Chubb comes back to get it and can't quite get his arms underneath it. And it was underthrown, and the attempted reception at about the 45-yard line. Would have been a good gain, but good job by Chupp realizing the ball was underthrown and tried to come back to it.
Yeah, that's just about a perfect route Chupp ran, and just didn't come up with the catch, but I like it. Right off the bat, Dawson Rice and the Marauders taking a shot a little bit downfield.
4 down linemen out here for Deer Valley, all of them formidable in size, and a fake handoff. They throw to the far side, and in the backfield, just barely getting out of the backfield with the reception, is going to be Rain Stokes out of the backfield.
See Rain Stokes all over the field, rushing the ball, catching the ball, playing on defense, and that was a good catch right there. That ball was a little bit low, and Rains is able to get his hands underneath it, make a catch, and try to get yardage, but it looks like they got him for 0.
So 3rd and 10, also from the 25-yard line. First reception out there. And the quarterback takes a snap, comes to the near side, rolls, has a little bit of time, throws out to Chupp. Chupp near the marker. It's going to depend on where they mark him. And they are going to mark him where he got pushed out, not his positive yardage. That's interesting. And he's asking where is the mark.
Yeah.
And it was much further up, closer to the first down marker, but they actually mark him where he got pushed out of bounds, so he went backward when he got pushed. That's interesting. That brings up a 4th and 3 out there.
Yeah, and that's got the Marauders coaches out there saying the same thing, Jackie. They're saying, well, that ball should have been, and they just moved it further. So, Jackie, I guess that ball wasn't set, but the ball actually looks like it's a yard behind the stick. So, Marauders in a little bit of a hole.
There's the snap, and a punt goes to the right-hand side. Not a great punt. It takes a bounce. It is picked up on the far sideline, and avoiding a tackle and into Mingus Marauder territory is the return man out there, number 1, C.J. Williams, and he'll get great field position for the Skyhawks to start.
Boy, and just a tough series for the Marauders. Not much going there. Now the Skyhawks on homecoming night, Jackie, are going to have great field position to take over.
Defensively, the Mingus Marauders are going to be Braxton Longfellow at a defensive end position. Montiel is going to take over at the defensive tackle. Jordan Watson, the nose guard. Cameron Houseman will be the other defensive end for the Mingus Marauders. Linebackers are going to be Islas Matsabayas, Rice, Stokes, and there's the snap. A handoff coming to the near side. 1 Mingus Marauder got him. 2 Mingus Marauders got him. And a third one finally comes up to make the tackle out there. On the run is going to be Austin Chavs.
And good job, Dawson Rice getting up at the bottom of that pile. Quarterback out there initiating the tackle. Talk about multi-talented. And Deer Valley's going to huddle up. They're taking it slow, Jackie. No need to rush. I mean, they have good field position. Marauders do a good job of not letting them get any big yardage on first down.
Pretty big sized back out there. They're heavy to the right-hand side, man in motion. There is the snap, and they will fake the handoff. They throw to the opposite side, and it is almost picked off the hands of the receiver, and he did get it.
He caught it.
An interception out there for the Mingus Marauders. Picking it off is Demario Tinsley for our Mingus, and they will take over at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Demario gets you some, man. That is a heck of a play. I mean, Demario is just playing great defensive back, turns around when his receiver catches the ball, and the receiver for Deer Valley, Jackie, just slipped out of his hands. And Demario, what an incredible athletic play. Good hands. Marauders get the ball right back.
Mingus takes over at their own 39-yard line, still trying to get their first down of the game. 9:29 left to go in the first quarter. There's the handoff. Up the middle goes Stokes. Stokes takes on tacklers. Decent gain of 4 or 5 out to about the 42.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard running that we know and love from Rain Stokes.
They only give him 3.
Got a couple subs coming in. We got Colby De La Haye coming out. He's going to take a little bit of a break.
So we are set up on the visitor side out here with the Mingus Marauder faithful. 2nd and 7 from the 42-yard line. Rice out of shotgun, and there's movement.
There it
and
is.
Looks like Longfellow started to move, but also the rusher on the far side started to move, but they're going to call Longfellow, and that's going to be the first penalty against the Mingus Marauders, a 5-yarder for motion. Puts it at 2nd and 12 now from the 37-yard line. And there's the snap, and it's going to be Rice that keeps it, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. Give him 2. Tried to come to the near side. Deer Valley comes up. They hit hard.
Yeah, and that defensive line is doing a really good job of just sliding down, getting off their blocks, and, shifting that whole D-line. I mean, Dawson just really had nowhere to go. Like you said, they got some serious size out there for Deer Valley. Again, this is a former 5A school some years ago, and Jackie, these guys got some big players and a nice-sized roster over there.
A lot of these kids have been in the program for 4 years trying to do something special. And there's the snap. Rice will throw to the outside, overthrows his intended receiver, which is McLean. And they had Longfellow kind of on that wheel route too, so interesting. That falls to the turf unreceived, and that's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Mingus Marauders.
And just got to give a shout out to my man Jordan Watson out there with what I'm going to call a pizza block. I mean, he was just flat on his back. Jordan Watson laying the toppings on top of him. It was a great block. Unfortunately, Marauders look like they're in a punting situation here.
Mingus short a man. And there's the snap. And a decent punt, and that is going to take a bounce and go out of bounds. I'm perfectly content with that, especially the way I saw C.J. Williams start to weave his way through on the first punt return. Getting that one out of bounds is not a bad idea, and Deer Valley is going to start in their own territory at their 28-yard line.
Yeah, and if you're the defense, I mean, come on, DeMario Tinsley's got you guys buzzing right now. That Marauder defense down there, I know it's a lot of players going both sides of the ball, Jackie, and man, it's going to be a dogfight. The Marauders want to get this one done, playing against an undefeated team, and that's how you start the game. I mean, DeMario Tinsley with an interception that first series on defense, and here we go. Let's see if the Marauders come up with a big stop.
Second touch out here by Deer Valley. Neither team has a first down yet. And the quarterback, LeBaron, will take the snap, throws to the near side. He's got a screen pass, getting to the outside and picking up a first down and out of bounds. A good reception out there by number 2. That's going to be Brady Keith.
Yeah, and Keith does a good job of letting that play set up. So what he does is he's not just sprinting straight north and south. He's letting his wide receivers get on their blocks, and they did a good job of tying up the Marauders. They're able to push the yards and push the sticks downfield.
That is the first down of the game. And Keith came in with 177 yards and a touchdown on the season. LeBaron will take the snap, and he will hand it off. Mingus in the backfield, tries to contain him, and still getting around and picking up some yardage out there. And running the ball is going to be Marcus Johnson. Interesting, Mingus had him in the backfield a couple of times, and Johnson made something out of nothing there.
Yeah, he's really shifty, Jackie. Would not want to have to tackle that young man. He looks really shifty, really fast, and he's a lot smaller than a lot of these Deer Valley guys. So the Marauders do a good job nonetheless of just bottling him up. I think that's what you're going to have to do.
2nd and 7. Mingus almost had him in the backfield twice. Running out to the far side is the dangerous C.J. Williams. 3 receivers to the top side. And LeBaron will take the snap, and they will throw another screen pass. Mingus trying to get to it and almost trips him up, and then they do. So one Mingus Marauder gets in there, and I think it might have been Remington Stokes, and trips him up. A decent gain of about 5 brings up 3rd and short, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and if you're the Marauders, here's that time, Jackie. Do you blitz? Do you not? 3rd and short. You're going to try to come up with a huge stop here. Interesting to see what Deer Valley goes with. 3rd and short. Obviously, a lot of the playbook's wide open. You can go with any of your rushes and passes, whatever your bread and butter might be. But the Marauders have a great chance here to come up with a huge stop.
3 receivers to the long side of the field, which is the near side of the field here this time. 1 back in the backfield. 3rd and 2 at the 50-yard line. There's the snap, and they will pretend to hand it off, and they throw it short up underneath as Keith was the intended receiver. And interestingly, let's find out now how much gambling the head coach out here, Dan Friedman, wants to do if he's going to bring in the punt team here at 4th and 2 at the 50.
Yeah, I don't know, Jackie. I'd be spying on a fake now.
They didn't reset the ball.
And they did not reset the ball.
Okay.
Here it comes. Here it comes right here. There we go. He's going to move Deer Valley back a little bit and reset. There we go. Good call from up here in the box. And, yeah, like you said, they are in punt formation.
I would have gone up and snapped it and just gone forward and gone first down.
Just QB sneak. Just hold that thing.
Right.
Or a center sneak in this case.
So the punter sits back at the 35-yard line. Remington Stokes back to return the punt for the Mingus Marauders. Good snap, comes to the near side, and the flags fly. And interesting, as we have a motion penalty, that's going to bring up a 4th and 7. However, I don't know if you saw what happened there. Chavs actually had room to run on the near side if he wanted to fake that one.
I did see that. I wasn't going to mention that one. That was obviously they were going to punt it, though, it looked like.
I don't know. If I looked up and saw that much green grass, I might go for it. Here comes the punt as he sits at the 30-yard line. He comes to the near side, and no, he is going to run it, and now he's going to punt it, and he punts it down. It goes over the Mingus Marauders and into the end zone. That one had a good bounce on it. That was actually set up really well for a potential catch Mingus right down there at the 2-yard line, but bounces Mingus's way, and it goes into the end zone. Mingus will start at the 20.
And how about this? We've got a defensive battle. 4-0 Deer Valley. 1-3 Marauders. This is already a dogfight, Jackie. The offenses for both squads haven't found much success, so let's see if Dawson Rice and the Marauders can come up with something here.
So Mingus, their third possession, 6:05 left to go, quarter number 1, still looking for their first down. Deer Valley loads the box, and then we have a motion penalty, the flag flown from the far side line judge.
Ooh, they got us on a false start, so the Marauders will have to move back 5.
1st and 15 from the 15. No score in this one. Mingus Marauders come in 1-3, Deer Valley 4-0. There's the snap, and the handoff goes to Rain Stokes. Rain Stokes runs through some initial contact and gets out close to the 20, back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10.
What an absolute dog. I mean, he runs that football so hard. That's just an amazing job of ball safety and then making 2 or 3 guys pay the price for going to tackle you. I mean, Rain Stokes does a great job of that every time.
One back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near side, and they give it to Stokes again. Stokes finds his way through tackles and then jumps across the 30, and they are going to mark him down for the first down. So Rain Stokes, with an individual effort, picks up 10-11 for the first down.
Have you ever played Madden, Jackie? Madden NFL? That's a truck stick right there.
Here's the deal. My guy always just goes in a circle.
Oh, see, Rain Stokes, this guy's running people over. That's an amazing play.
2 backs in the backfield. Longfellow will go back there with Stokes. There's the snap, and the quarterback looks to throw, throws to the opposite direction. It is picked off and heading to the end zone for the touchdown out there. A pick 6 as coming across and just intercepting that ball.
The number 14.
Carter Gubenheimer, is that right? Gutenberger, rather. He picks it off and gets the first touchdown of the game.
Wow, and that has pretty much left us speechless. So the Marauders started to get something going, looking good on a drive. Deer Valley comes up with a huge pick 6, and the first score of the game is a defensive score by Carter Gutenberger.
He ran it back about 28 yards for the touchdown.
The easiest 28 yards you'll run.
Yeah, he had nobody out there to stop him. There's a snap, good hold. The kick is up, it is low, and it is good. So 7-0. Deer Valley takes a lead with 4:52 left to go in quarter 1 on a defensive touchdown. We'll be back after this.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Seven nothing. Mingus looking to get the ball back, trying to bounce back. Mingus had gotten its first down and then gave up a 28-yard interception return for a touchdown. The extra point out there by Chubbs was good, and he's going to turn around and kick off. Now, remember, the last time he kicked off, he did not kick it deep. And so Mingus, let's see if they're ready for this one. Game almost started with a very long onside kick, so to speak. So the ball bounced out there, and this time they do kick it a little bit longer, and it's going to go out of bounds. They don't want to have anything to do with Mingus's return teams, and I don't blame them. Remington Stokes has a kickoff return for a touchdown. De La Haye has a kickoff return for a touchdown. I think that's probably just wise coaching.
Yeah, and maybe it's after watching Copper Canyon, Jackie, that school has one of the best return games in 4A, and the Marauders showed up and outdid them in the return game. So kudos to that return team. And you're right. If I'm the Skyhawks and I watched last week's game, for sure I'm not kicking the Marauders deep.
Jones Ford scoreboard says Deer Valley 7, Mingus 0. 4:52 left to go. Mingus, medium starting position at the 35. And are we going to switch out? No, we're going to go to the right hash mark because it went out of bounds on the right side. Okay, we'll do that. Rice and Stokes in the backfield, 3 receivers to the far side. Here comes the blitz. Quarterback goes up. He's got Chubb downfield. He's got the reception as he rumbles and stumbles down to the 20-yard line.
Wow. Wow, Chubb.
Right, here comes the blitz. Quarterback goes up.
Shane Chubb catches it in full stride. I mean, talk about focus, Jackie. That is a heck of a play. Let's give me the chills. Hey, they've got the away crowd over here. The Marauders fans are going nuts.
45 yards on the reception. Mingus in the red zone or at the end. Low snap. Quarterback steps up and they blow it dead with a motion penalty again. The line judge on the near side. So that is the 3rd false start against the Mingus Marauders here in quarter number 1. Stops the clock with 4:28. And that's going to make it 1st and 15 from the 25.
And I think I just kind of watched Coach Midkiff get a little bit of an explanation, Jackie. And it looks like it's from Stokes moving his arms back. That's what the ref was explaining. So Raines is going to have to be very, very careful if that's the case.
No doubt. And Rice takes the snap. No call. Oh, and they throw it up underneath as it goes to McLean. Number 51 tried to get in the middle of that one. It is going to be a gain of maybe 1 as McLean with the reception out there.
Yeah, and that's a sure play. I mean, I like it. Dawson Rice, we just saw him throw a pick 6 on a similar play just a couple minutes ago. And how about that? Just shake it right off. I mean, that's a play going back to Jason McLean in the same exact spot almost. And that's how you build your confidence back up. Forget about that one. You're moving on. You're putting together a drive. The Marauders are moving downfield.
2nd and 14. There's the snap. Rice comes to the near side, looks for a block, gets a block, throws the ball up. He's got De La Haye, and it's underthrown, almost picked off. Making a great effort out there is going to be Robert Dunaval. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
It is, and De La Haye out there was looking for a flag on that play, Jackie. There was definitely a little bit of contact. Don't know if that ball was completely catchable for De La Haye. However, the Marauders showing a little bit of frustration, but it's very important to just stay composed because right now the offense is clicking. So you don't want to mess that up by letting your emotions get the best of you. If you don't get a call, you move right on to that next play and focus.
3rd and 14 for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap. They fake the handoff. Rice comes to the near side, puts it up toward the corner. It's deep, it's up, and it is broken up in the corner. De La Haye was back there, and I think it may have been intended for Chubb. 2 receivers in the area. So now you've got the ball at the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. Do you go for the field goal? Do you go for it on 4th down at this point?
I almost think it's for 4th down out here, Jackie, it's probably safe to kick a field goal. Depends on how Rain Stokes feels kicking the ball. That's a pretty far field goal. Looks like the Marauders are going to lean towards going for it here, Jackie. They're looking for points.
4th and 12. There's the snap. Rice goes to the far side. Stop. He's in trouble. Throws it up underneath and getting caught and well short of 1st down territory is Rain Stokes. And Rain Stokes gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Yeah, it was good coverage by the Skyhawks on that play. I mean, Dawson Rice has nothing downfield, so he goes to his last option, Rain Stokes, and Rains was just in a little bit of too much traffic on the field, so he could not break through that, and the Skyhawks are going to take over on downs.
Well, he really needed a breakaway jersey is what he needed.
Yeah, something that'll rip right off.
Yeah, because somebody got a hold of that jersey, and the feet were going forward, but he wasn't going anywhere. I see that in the cartoons. So Mingus will turn the ball over on downs at the 20. They place the ball at the 25-yard line. LeBaron comes out and leading the Skyhawks. He's got one back in the backfield, 4 receivers. Steps back and he sets the screen. A middle screen. It goes for good yardage and getting knocked down. A big hit out there, but a first down with the reception out there from number 5. That's Colston Paxton.
And Mario Tinsley out there with a great tackle. Marauders defense are going to have to contain those guys. The Skyhawks have a lot of speed, Jackie. That's a good job of just holding on and not letting these Skyhawks break away from those tackles.
First down at the 45-yard line, 2:46 left to go. Quarter number 1, Mingus trailing 7-0 to the Skyhawks. They've got the ball, 4 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. And there's the snap, and they fake the handoff. They throw another screen to the outside. Mingus has this one covered a little bit better, and a tackle still on Skyhawks side of the field, right at about the 49-yard line. Give him 4.
Yeah, it looks like Rain Stokes lost his footing on that play, Jackie, because that could have been a tackle for no gain. But Rain's kind of lost his footing, and kudos to the Marauder defense. They were right there to finish the job.
So they pick up 4 back-to-back completions out here by LeBaron. He's got 43 yards on 6 attempts so far. 2 backs in the backfield this time. And he'll take the snap, and he will hand it off. Mingus will cover it up, and they will push Marcus Johnson back. They give him forward progress to the Mingus Marauder 49-yard line.
That is a very generous spot for the Skyhawks. That's an even better job by the Marauders' defensive line. I mean, everybody on the Marauders' defensive side helped with that tackle. That was a great job of all the DBs and linebackers getting off their blocks.
3rd and 4. LeBaron hasn't thrown the ball downfield as of yet. He goes empty backfield. So he goes 5 wide out here against the Mingus Marauders. 3rd and 4 from the Mingus Marauder 49-yard line. There's the snap. They throw it to the near side, and they try to give a running start and a tackle, a phenomenal tackle out there by Rain Stokes, who came up and took down Johnson for a negative play, a -1 yard out there, and they designed that play to actually get Johnson out into open field.
Wow, thank you, Truck, for that great instant replay. That's just an amazing hit. And leave it up to Rain Stokes. Not only does he do that on the offensive side of the ball when he's carrying it, but defensively just punishing the Skyhawks. That's amazing. Kind of looked like the Skyhawks had a chance there, and Rain's just shut that down.
Now watch Chav as he'll probably come to the near side. He likes to kick to the right side. See if Mingus actually covers him. This time there is the snap, and he comes to the near side, and he does kick it, and that'll get a bounce and keep going and going and going and going, and they don't get, it is a touchback. A great special teams effort out there by the Skyhawks to try to down that ball right at the half-yard line, but they do get into the end zone, and Mingus breathes a sigh of relief as they're going to get the ball at the 20.
Yeah, really good call by the officials there too, Jackie. The Skyhawks are out there wondering why they didn't keep the ball down at the 1, and that's because the Skyhawk was in the end zone. He was slightly in the end zone when he touched that ball, which means it's a touchback. So that's a great call, and phew, that's some sweat wiped off the forehead for the Marauders. They're not going to have to start right there at the goal line. They're going to be out at the 20.
So Mingus will bring De La Haye and Chupp to the near side of the field. Rain Stokes will go to the left side of Dawson Rice. They put a man in motion. There is the snap, high snap. They hand it off, and it goes to Rain Stokes. Rain Stokes puts his head down, drives forward. Decent gain on first down as they might mark him down to the 24-yard line, and that's going to be the end of quarter number 1. 2nd and 6 for the Mingus Marauders, trailing 7-0 when we come back to Deer Valley High School after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Mingus 2nd and 6 from their own 24-yard line. There is the snap, and it's going to be Stokes. Stokes runs into blue jerseys, keeps the legs rolling. The ball pops out, and we're going to see if he was down or if Mingus will get control of the ball.
No, the line judge over here, Jackie, was signaling down as they ran in, so they're going to give Ryan Stokes credit for the run and no fumble on that. Just a hard run, and that's like when you watch Ryan Stokes, he might have been able to kind of find an opening in the field, but he just wants to hit somebody so bad that he runs right into that pile of Skyhawks.
Avoid the people in the blue, please. All right, one receiver to the near side, two to the top side, one back in the backfield. Mingus a little heavy to the left, and Dawson will step back and will throw the screen pass. It goes to Rice, and he is tackled immediately, and that's going to be a loss of 1.
Yeah, and that's Carter Gutenberger on that tackle again, Jackie. He's had a heck of a homecoming game for the Skyhawks so far, and I think Carter did a good job reading that. I think he was the only one on the Skyhawks defensive line that knew that was going to be a screen when that play started, and he did a very good job of coming up with the tackle.
So that brings up a 4th and 4, and Mingus will snap the ball, and they will get a kickoff. It is returnable out there, and coming to the near side, Mingus trying to contain it. They do get a hold of him, and they do drive him back. They call it and blow it dead at about the 38-yard line. So a short return from C.J. Williams, much better covered by the Mingus Marauders.
Yep, that was a great special teams play. I mean, that's a great punt and great punt coverage. Kind of putting the Skyhawks back as far as you can, trying to win the field position battle. That's going to be crucial in a tight game, which we're in right now.
So defensively, the Skyhawks have been very good all season long. And they're pitching a shutout against the Mingus Marauders here tonight. LeBaron brings his team out. Marcus Johnson hasn't had the big breakaways that he has had in previous game. Mingus has played the run a lot better. The only score in this one, a defensive touchdown. There is the snap, another short throw and a drop out there, intended for C.J. Williams, who in his mind was about 18 yards downfield before he caught the ball.
Yeah, gotta make sure you secure the ball before you turn upfield. Another thing the Marauders doing good, Jackie, is trying to get him scared a little bit. That young man was on the punt return just now, and the Marauders were there just as he caught that ball, and the Marauders were there this last play if he just caught that ball. So good coverage on the defense.
Mingus looking over to get a defensive call in, and breaking the huddle is the Skyhawks. 3 receivers to the top side. Mingus only has 2 defensive players over there. Quarterback looks to take the snap, takes the snap, and looks to throw, and is in trouble and is taken down. A sack out there for the Mingus Marauders. Wow. Coming up with the sack is going to be Lamarion Tinsley.
Wow, Marion Tinsley. That's a heck of a play, and he has got the defense fired up. I love it. I mean, that's chest bump city after a huge sack, and that's going to put Deer Valley in a tough spot. And can't ask for better defense right there by the Marauders.
A loss of 7. So 3rd and 17. They were trying to throw that screen pass, but Mingus covered it. And LeBaron just kind of took a little bit too much time in that backfield. And Tinsley able to get in. Man-on-man coverage out there for the Mingus Marauders. One back in the backfield. LeBaron looks to take the snap, and we do have we have movement. So that one's going to go against Deer Valley, and it's going to back him up another 5, bringing up 3rd and 22.
And Jackie, I know the Skyhawks have a 7-0 lead right now, but I'll say this. The game just has a very much feel that the Marauders have the momentum right now. And that's the last few series for both sides of the ball. The Marauders are playing very well. They're down 7-0 right now, but Jackie, if defensively they can keep this up, they're going to be in a good spot all night.
9:20 left to go in half number 1. 3rd and 22 for the Skyhawks out here. 3 receivers to the top side. Mingus changes their defense. Quarterback looks, throws downfield, has a man, and it goes through his hands out there. All by himself was Brady Keith, and he had slipped somehow to the sideline, and Mingus left him completely alone.
Yeah, and there's going to be a flag on that one, and Rain Stokes already waved to the sidelines that they're going to decline it. So being the captain out there that he is, the Marauders will, in fact, decline that, and it'll be a 4th and very, very long, thanks to a huge sack by Tinsley in this series.
So let's see if Rain Stokes can put the Mingus Marauders into a good position here. Our only touchdown, a defensive interception for a touchdown. See if Mingus can do a special teams touchdown. And there's the snap, decent snap. The kicker will kick it, a high punt. It is to the far side of the field. It's going to take a bounce, and it will be downed out there. It's going to take a Mingus Marauder bounce and then jumping on it past the 20-yard line. So Rain Stokes completely lets it go, and Mingus will take over at their own 26-yard line.
That's going to be a long field for the Marauders offense, Jackie. But we have seen the offense start to click on all cylinders and gain some momentum. So it's about time the Marauders offense can get out there, put together a long drive. This would be a 79-yard drive for the Marauders if they want to get some points on the board, but that's crucial.
Plenty of time. 8:51 left to go in half number 1. I apologize, it's not the 26-yard line, it's the 21-yard line for the Mingus Marauders. One back in the backfield. They do hand it off. Coming to the near side, it's going to be Rain Stokes. He finds a seam and dives across the 25 to the 26-yard line. So I just kind of predicted that it was going to be at the 26-yard line.
Perfect.
Yeah, you like that?
Nostradamus here in the box. I like it.
What?
Nostradamus.
I'm not doing apocalyptic.
The future here?
I'm not doing apocalyptic stuff.
Keep going on that.
2 receivers to the top side. Let's leave it to Mingus football, shall we? 2 backs in the backfield. They do hand it off. It's going to be Stokes. Stokes follows a good lead block and will lay forward across the 30-yard line, very close to the first down. They're going to give him the first down.
Nice. That's a great run. Hard-earned first down right there by Rain Stokes. That's just the Marauders' bread and butter. And that's a great job on the right side of that offensive line for the Marauders. Montiel, Chupp, making great moves out there, big blocks.
See if Mingus can keep up the momentum. Now they go 3 receivers to the far side. As you go Miller to the outside. They put De La Haye into motion, and now they have somebody else in motion, and it looks like we're going to have to call a timeout. Mingus looked a little disorganized, and we are going to get the timeout, and the first timeout. 7:41 left to go, 7-0 Deer Valley on top. We're back after this.
Stay cozy and comfortable with Fiskor Heating and Cooling. At Fiskor Heating and Cooling, we bring warmth to your winters and cool comfort to your summers. Our friendly team of experts is dedicated to keeping your home just the way you like it. Whether it's a tune-up, repair, or a brand new system, you can count on us for reliable and speedy service with a smile. Your comfort is our priority. Choose Fiskor Heating and Cooling for a happier, cozier home.
Call Fiskor Heating and Cooling. We're here for you. Let's go, Marauders!
Coming out of the timeout, Mingus picking up their first down on the drive as the ball sits at the 31-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. If you're listening on KYBC AM 1696.3 FM, the Mingus Marauders in their away white going left to right across your radio dial. 2 safety setup out here for Deer Valley. Mingus with 3 receivers to the near side. There is the snap, and it looks like Rice has an ability to run. He runs, and can he get to the corner? He gets close to the corner, picks up a first down as he's knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. He rumbles and stumbles for 15.
What a smart play by our junior quarterback. I mean, I love seeing that, Jackie. It's great ball safety. Doesn't see anything downfield. You don't want to push it. He's got a lot of room on the open side of the field, that far side. And, man, what a great job of getting to the outside and getting more than just the first down.
The problem with being a gigantic defensive end is you're not quite as quick. There's the snap. Stokes falls down and dives back forward to the line to gain. And that's the second time he's lost his footing here on this field. Once defensively, that one offensively.
Better than losing his helmet. As long as you lose your foot, that's all right. Keep diving forward for the first down, but we don't want you out for a play, Rains.
Right.
Out there doing damage against the Skyhawks as the Marauders check their wristbands out.
Yes. So I hear they put a combination lock on the chin strap.
I like it. Seems to have worked.
Right. Well, I'm hoping so. I just made that up, but maybe that's a good thing. Two backs in the backfield for the Mingus Marauders. Sends one man in motion. That is Miller, and the quarterback comes to the near side. Oh, he's in trouble. He steps up, and he throws the ball, throws it right at Stokes. Stokes could not handle the 4-foot pass at him.
The shovel pass right there.
That wasn't, no, he threw that overhand, man.
I think he surprised myself just as much as Rain Stokes that he was able to get that throw off.
He's like, I'm not taking a sack here. And he didn't, but it does bring up 3rd and 10 for the Mingus Marauders at their own 45-yard line. 6:46 left to go in period number 2. Deer Valley shows blitz. De La Haye in motion to the far side. Quarterback steps back. They throw it. It's picked off once again. And picking it off is number 14. And that is his second interception of the game. And that's Guggenberger. And nothing has moved here. Is there a penalty?
I saw a flag get thrown, Jackie. I'm not quite sure when the penalty happened. I mean, we're going to find out here.
They haven't moved the chains yet.
But how about Carter Gudenberger, Jackie? My goodness. Oh, going to be an unsportsmanlike on the Skyhawks.
Well, it's going to be a dead ball foul, so the interception may happen. Yep, it does happen. So the dead ball foul, the interception is good. Second interception out there by number 14, Guggenberger.
Yeah, and I got to throw in there, Jackie, that on the roster, he is listed as just a junior. So odds are we're going to see Carter again. Goodness, that young man is quite the athlete, having a heck of a game so far. They got him listed at 6'4", 220, Jackie. My goodness, I wouldn't want to have to block him or throw over him.
Here goes the run, a new runner out there, and Mingus will bring him down, but he'll get a good gain out to the 50-yard line. Aiden Sanchez with the carry. That's his first carry of the game. Number 24, he's got 167 yards on the season. He picks up 8, making it second and short. Plenty of time, 6:10 left to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 backs in the backfield. With LeBaron out of the shotgun comes the quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off to the second back, and Sanchez weaves his way through. And a little extra push there at the end on the Mingus Marauder freshman defensive tackle. First down.
It's Trenton Paxton out there doing some work, the freshman for the Marauders. It's awesome. Love seeing the big guy in the backfield. You can see him and Montiel jogging off. They're going to get a quick break.
First and 10 from the Mingus Marauder 45-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield once again. LeBaron takes the snap, hands it off to the second back, and weaving his way through is going to be Johnson. Johnson taken down out there by Remington Stokes, but not until another good gain of about 7.
Yeah, and you can see Remington out there trying to get his defense fired up. It's a really good job by the Skyhawks offense, honestly. I mean, everybody on the offense was on a block that last play.
Well, they're using the first back moving through as a lead blocker, as a fullback. And that brings up second and a long 2. We're calling it 3 out here. 2 receivers to the top side, 2 to the bottom now. So they spread out the Mingus Marauders. 2nd and 3 from the 37-yard line. There's the snap, and Johnson comes to the near side, and he gets away from Watson, and then Mingus will combine him up at about the 30-yard line, but that's going to be a gain of 5 and another first down out there for the Deer Valley squad.
And Watson shaking his head. He knows he should have had that tackle there. That would have been for just about no gain, but the Skyhawks do a really good job. And again, got to throw it out, Jackie, that a lot of these linemen, right, are going both sides of the ball. So these guys are working really hard, and you're going to run into plays where the arm tackle is just not going to hold up. That's what we just saw there.
Montiel back in for the Mingus Marauder defensively, and they will put Johnson in motion. There's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw, throws it down, has an open man as they split the coverage out there against the Mingus Marauders, and getting into the end zone is Colton Paxton. A good replay out here for the squad, and just missing, breaking that up at about the 10-yard line, and that goes for a 30-yard touchdown pass as the Deer Valley squad takes a 13-0 lead over the Mingus Marauders.
Wow, and just, I mean, that's an incredible run after catch. I mean, that right there is watching Paxton catch the ball, and right as soon as he's done catching it, or at the end of that catch, he's spinning around in the air, getting off a tackle.
Chavs in for the extra point. The snap is down. The kick is low, and the kick is no good. We'll see if that looms large later on. 3:50 left to go. Mingus is going to get the ball back, needing to try to bring this back to a one-score game. We're back after this.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Paxton picks up the 30-yard touchdown reception out there. And the Mingus Marauders trying to do something on the third leg of the game here with the special teams.
And Marauders need a big return here, and that's only if the Skyhawks will kick it to us.
De La Haye is back with Remington Stokes, and they will poof it into the air. It's going to come down. Stokes will take it on the candy hop at about the 15. Tries the middle, runs right into a Skyhawk who caught that tackle, and it'll get out to about the 29-yard line.
My goodness, I would not want to be on the tackle there. I mean, Remington Stokes taking a page out of his brother's book and just lowering the boom. I mean, talk about not looking for an open spot and just saying, hey, I'm hitting you. That's a great play.
Well, part of it is the hole is supposed to be here. Whoops.
Yeah, right?
It wasn't. One back in the backfield. They do hand it off, and Stokes comes to the near side, cuts up underneath, tucks the ball, and gets across the 35 to the 36 for a good gain of 7.
Yeah, there's their Marauders' bread and butter right there. Looks like a 28 sweep. Something to the short side, and Rain Stokes and that offensive line do a great job of getting a nice chunk play on first down.
2nd and 3 out there for the Mingus Marauders. 3:14 left to go in the first half. De La Haye's going to come to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield. There's the snap, and they fake the handoff. And Rice is going to run, finds a lane, gets to the outside, and overruns one of the tacklers. picks up the first down and gets the ball out to about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely love that play design there, Jackie. Looks like Dawson kind of had options there, right? If he wanted to throw it, he could have. Skyhawks had good coverage, so as he's scrambling, he decides, I'm going to take off with it. His linemen see that, recognize it. They go make a couple blocks, and the Marauders get a huge first down.
1st and 10 from the 41. The clock is not your friend. Down to 2:30 left to go. They do hand it off. Stokes will have to stumble forward for a couple, give him about 2. And that brings up 2nd and 8. And we've got a Skyhawk down. That's going to stop the clock. With 2:19 left to go as we have an injury timeout out on the field. And out comes the trainer. So we're going to go ahead and keep it here. So obviously with 2:19 left to go, Mingus has already taken 1 timeout earlier in the game. So they have 2 left here. How do you try to manage this clock, sir?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, you got to get this first down, right? You got to win this series, get the first down. You would think if you can get that done, you're going to have about a minute 45 to a minute 30 left. And like you said, you got a couple timeouts, so that's enough time. If you can get this first down, Jackie, the Marauders will be past midfield, where then you can use that minute 45, minute 30, whatever might be left, and your timeouts to move down to, I mean, at the very least, field goal position. But you know the Marauders and Coach Midkiff are looking for a touchdown.
Ryland Barnes, the injured Skyhawk, jogs off the field. That's a good sign.
Yes, it is.
And Mingus will go back to work. They'll put Chupp to the top. Chupp, a deep threat for the Mingus Marauders. A tight formation out here. They've got 4 backs in the backfield. They take the snap and they will look to run it. And Rice gets cornered up. And there's Rain Stokes with the pull block again, right?
It almost worked.
Almost worked.
We saw that work last week.
And we do have a timeout. Deer Valley takes the timeout as it brings up a 2nd and 8, 2nd and long for the Mingus Marauders. So maybe Deer Valley's thinking that maybe they can get another shot with a timeout or 2 left and a few ticks to do something with, huh?
That is gutsy by the Skyhawks, and you are really gambling on your defense coming up with a huge stop. If you're the Marauders offense, you better take that a little bit personal out there. I'd be doing everything I could to get that first down. Yeah, Jackie, with that timeout, the Skyhawks are for sure looking to get this ball back.
Well, they're certainly thinking so. So they've got 2 more timeouts available. So if they stop Mingus on 3rd down, they can take a timeout, and then if they stop Mingus on 2nd down and 3rd down, they can take those timeouts. And they're thinking about possibly, getting the ball back. So they just flipped it to 3rd down, 3rd and 8 now for the Mingus Marauders. So they're thinking that they would have 1 timeout left. They go 1 high safety out there against the Mingus Marauders. Mingus 2 receivers to the top side, 2 to the bottom. And they put a man in motion. That's Tinsley, and they are going to pitch it. Tinsley has blockers out in front of him, tries to get to the corner, gets around the corner, and gets hit and drops the ball. And we're going to see if that fumble, and it is going to be a turnover. So Tinsley gets hit, drops the ball, and the Skyhawks are going to take over with the ball in Mingus Marauder territory at the 47-yard line.
Oh, just a really unfortunate bounce there for the Marauders. And, I mean, Tinsley was just about down to the ground. He picked up a nice little chunky yardage, but one of the Skyhawks must have got their arm in there at the end of that tackle. And, I did see the ball jar out. It was very close to Tinsley being down. But nonetheless, just a fantastic defensive play by the Skyhawks, and they force a turnover.
Skyhawks with the lead and the ball. And they'll get to practice their 2-minute drill with 1:53 left to go and 2 timeouts in their pocket as they're set up to potentially run the ball. And they are going to do a reverse coming to the near side. They throw the ball downfield, a trick play, and he dropped it. Wow. Wide open out there was Austin Chavs, and he was too wide open.
That is very fortunate for the Marauders. That is just a complete drop, and I'm sure that does not happen often. Austin, I'm sure, wants that one back. And you can see, Jackie, you can see a Skyhawk huddle giving them some encouragement, some high fives. They say, hey, we'll get another crack at that. That was a really good play design and setup by the Skyhawks, and they had everybody fooled. Austin had no one around him, and the Marauders come up with a fortunate drop there.
4 receivers, 1 in the backfield. Out of shotgun is LeBaron. 1:45 left to go in the second quarter. There's the snap. Quarterback steps back, has some time, throws it, has a man open, and it is going to be taken out of bounds, but a good gain inside the 30. Out there, number 2 with the reception. That's going to be Keith, and that wheel route was open again.
Yeah, it sure was. Deer Valley wide receivers did a really good job there. That was a little bit of a crossing route, and he's able to get to the sidelines and make a great play, and the Skyhawks move the chains. Minute 39 here on the clock until halftime.
That is Keith's third reception here in the game. They break the huddle. Plenty of time with 2 timeouts, so they can go to anything in their playbook here at the Mingus Marauder 27-yard line. LeBaron takes the snap and will hand it off. Marcus Johnson will stumble ahead, keeps his legs burrowing as he gets down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 7, and the clock continues to roll.
And that's obviously Coach Midkiff is not calling timeouts here, Jackie. That's probably because the Skyhawks, are indeed moving the ball. And with the rushing plays, the Skyhawks are also trying to eat this clock up. So you wonder, should the Marauders maybe take some timeouts, save some time? But boy, Deer Valley's moving the ball.
3 receivers to the near side. They take the snap and they hand it off this time. Marcus Johnson is met by a wave of white, and it looks like it is going to be a loss on a play of about 2 and a timeout here for Deer Valley. We're going to take a quick break with them. We'll return right after this.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
Deer Valley breaks the huddle, comes out, 55 seconds left to go. 1 timeout still available for the Skyhawks. And the ball is 3rd and 4. 3rd and 5, says the announcer, from the Mingus Marauder 21-yard line. Empty backfield out there for LeBaron. Takes the snap, steps back, throws, has a man on the far side. Mingus will contain it quickly and push him out of bounds. That might be enough for the first down, though.
Yeah, really good play design there by the Skyhawks, Jackie. I believe that was
Xavier Thompson on the tackle out there.
I believe that was Colston on the catch, Jackie. And what a good route that is, because he just runs 1 yard past that first down marker, sets up, makes a great catch, and then turns around and gets out of bounds. So that's a very smart job.
1st and 10, the ball at the Mingus Marauder 15-yard line. 51 seconds left to go. Quarterback steps back. LeBaron looks to run. He's going to jog. He goes toward the end zone. He's close and right down to the goal line. They're going to mark him down at the 1 or 2.
Wow, just a incredible run. At several points during that play, I thought the Marauders were going to come up with a tackle. LeBaron showcasing some running back skills.
He picks up 14 on the scramble, and they will run the ball. Mingus will stop it. And a timeout out there. And the timeout is going to be for Deer Valley. That will be their last one with 17 seconds left to go. We're going to leave it here because it's going to come down to this play, maybe one more if you're going to throw the ball.
Yeah, that's right, Jackie. They might have 2 plays here. Well, they will have 2 plays. And, yeah, this is just a crucial setup. The Marauders are backed up. Talk about on your heels. most of the heels of the Marauders are in their own end zone right now. So you bet this is a huge timeout. You can see the coaching staff down there talking the defense up, telling them what they need to do. A lot of pressure on that defensive line right now, Jackie, to get in close and try to push that offensive line back. Don't let them get any forward momentum right here at the goal line. You've got to win that snap battle and win the momentum battle and push them back.
So it's coming up at 2nd and goal from the 2. They tried to give the ball to Johnson. Mingus was able to contain it. They're going to set it up again, 4 receivers. Marcus Johnson in the backfield out there with the quarterback, who just ran for 14 yards. They put a man in motion. There's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw, throws, and it is caught. Almost intercepted out there as it is caught by number 1, C.J. Williams for the 2-yard touchdown. Tinsley had a shot at it and didn't get his hands on it. And 10 seconds left to go in the second quarter as Deer Valley extends the lead 19-0.
Yeah, and that one's just got the air knocked out of us here, Jackie. That was so close for Tinsley. Number 1 for the Marauders, almost coming up with it. That would have been a pick 6, Jackie. Nobody would have touched him. He would have had that entire field to run. And the Skyhawks just get that ball by DeMario and into the end zone and take, boy, a commanding lead.
They go for 2, and the quarterback will keep it and get hit hard at the end zone, but he'll get the 2-point conversion. And then there's words. There is words, and there are flags. So Deer Valley loses its cool after their quarterback got leveled, getting in for 2. And lots of flags came out. However, it does make the score 21-0 here with 10 seconds left to go here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, we'll see what the referee crew comes up with here. Like you said, that was a lot of flags. So obviously they saw something. I mean, I didn't catch it during gameplay.
It was verbal.
It was a big hit on the quarterback. That was a big hit.
It was a big hit on the quarterback, and then Deer Valley started following Mingus to the sideline, and somebody was saying something, about the inflation of the football and the appropriate poundage that's supposed to be in the ball, right?
Inflategate 2024. Here we are. Here we are. Let's get that thing checked out.
Right.
Toss it up here to the box. We'll give it a feel. Actually, I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to feel like. When I was a center, I felt like the ball was inflated much differently every single game.
So we're going to see how they're going to mark this off, and it'll – if Mingus will take the penalty, I assume it's a unsportsmanlike. If Mingus takes the penalty, then that could force Deer Valley to back up. And I wonder if Deer Valley is just going to kick the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, that's who you would think, Jackie. And Coach Midkiff's on the field right now. He's getting the explanation from the refs. He's still out almost at the numbers. He's barely just off your screen there. If you're watching on the broadcast, here he comes kind of back into screen, but he was getting some kind of an explanation. And that was against the Marauders, Jackie.
Oh, and they said against the Marauders and then against Deer Valley. So
both sides.
Okay, so they call one on both sides, which means that each team has one. With that player, you get 2 and you're out.
And I believe each coach just had a conversation with a referee. So I think they're trying to set the tone and calm everybody down a little bit.
Well, bummer. So that means Remington Stokes got it for the Mingus Marauders. And I wonder if that was the late hit in the end zone. And they pop the ball. It comes to the near side. It's going to be taken by Thompson, one of the up men. And he will get tackled by the helmet. And this is getting chippy out there. I am glad that he got back up with his neck intact.
Yeah, that's going to move the Marauders significantly upfield. But with 6 seconds left here, Jackie, I can't see Coach Midkiff and the Marauders being too gutsy here. I think you play it more conservative and go into halftime. I mean, honestly, the score does not dictate how this game is gone. Right now, the Marauders down 21-0. Oh, my goodness. I'm not quite sure, Jackie. I think the Marauders might kneel this one, just taking it at halftime.
Mingus does go into the tight formation. It looks like that is what they will do. However, they have two receivers both sides. And they take the snap, and they do take the kneel. And that will end the half here, although they never started the clock.
Maybe one more kneel. Maybe not.
It shouldn't.
They should, for sure, just...
The referee's called halftime.
Okay, good.
Yeah, the referee's called halftime.
There's no need to have to replay that.
Amen. I agree. So here we are at halftime, 21-0. The Skyhawks leading at their homecoming game against the Mingus Marauders. We're going to take a break. We'll get into the Longfellow halftime report coming up after this.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Well, the Skyhawk cheerleaders out in the middle of the field out here entertaining the crowd here for Homecoming 2024, where their home squad has a lead 21-0 over the Mingus Marauders. The scoring, well, Guggenberger has definitely done all the damage here. He has got 2 interceptions here in the first half all by himself. The first one was a 28-yard touchdown return, and the extra point by Chavs was good. And Deer Valley led 7-0 in the first quarter with 4:52 left to go. Second quarter action, 3:50 left to go, and Paxton, a 30-yard touchdown catch from LeBaron. The extra point was no good, and it was 13-0. Then, in the middle of the field, a fumble by the Mingus Marauder gives the ball back to Deer Valley with just under 2 minutes, 1:53 left to go in the first half, and it results with 10 seconds left on the clock and a 2-yard toss, LeBaron to C.J. Williams, and the 2-point conversion run was good by LeBaron, and here we are at halftime, 21-0, and you made mention that it feels like the game is actually closer than the score.
It feels so much closer than a 21-0 deficit, Jackie. I mean, it really does. From up here in the box, besides a few turnovers, Jackie, if the Marauders could have held on to possession, we were starting to get drives going. Defensively, we were waking up. So, yeah, I mean, the Marauders have had a lot of great plays offensively and defensively. I mean, Coach Midkiff's going to come up with some halftime adjustments, obviously, and we have seen the Marauders come out in the second half of these games this season much better with great adjustments by Coach Midkiff and the coaching staff. So looking forward to how the Marauders come out here. I just wish that we could have gotten a little bit of points on the board before halftime. Having 0 is just heartbreaking compared to how hard the Marauders are working down there.
No doubts. Well, the Mingus Marauders have some work to do, and they're not going to have the ball first. In fact, the Deer Valley squad will have the ball first here in the second half. The Skyhawks band, which is massive in numbers, will be taking the field. Sounds like a song from yesteryear. And we're going to take a break in the Longfellow halftime show, and when we come back, we'll be entertained by the band as we go through individual staffs here for half number 1 when we return after this.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. You know, your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywoodworks.com.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Back here at Deer Valley High School, the Skyhawk band on the field entertaining the home crowd. A pretty decent crowd for Deer Valley here for their homecoming 2024, and their team has been participating appropriately with a 21-0 lead over the Mingus Marauders. Jackie Bessler, Nick Yatsenko here as we get into the Longfellow halftime report. I want to thank Josh Longfellow, a former Mingus Marauder. We used to call him the Wrecking Ball. Used to call him the wrecking ball out of the backfield. Oh, yeah. As he would come through on a full sprint and hit whatever was in front of him. And it was better if there was nothing, actually. So, Josh Longfellow sponsoring our halftime report here. And, of course, excavating is what they do. 928-300-3792. They dig your ideas, and they'll do drainage. They'll do septic systems. They'll do excavating. They'll do clearing. Heck, they'll even pull a tree if that's what you want them to do. And so they can do it all. Longfellow Excavating, 928-300-3792. Taking a look at the Mingus Marauders penalties here. They've got 3 penalties. Unfortunately, they all kind of were costly 5-yard penalties against the Mingus Marauders as they were kind of drive stoppers against the Marauders. Dawson Rice here in the first half, 5 for 12. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 46 yards in the air. His biggest pass out there to Shane Chupp for 45 yards. They haven't been able to duplicate that so far, but only once here in the first half. 21 yards rushing for Dawson Rice on 4 carries. Remington Stokes has 10 carries and 46 yards for the Mingus Marauders. So Mingus has got 63 yards on the ground here and 71 yards on the ground altogether with another 46 yards in the air, so 117 yards in total offense for the Mingus Marauders, but no points. Tyler LeBaron has been efficient, 8 for 11, and he is a 4-year player for this Deer Valley squad. He has got 2 touchdowns and 1 interception, 101 yards here in the first half, as he has found a couple of different receivers open on the ground. Marcus Johnson has struggled. He's got 8 carries, 21 yards, another 12 yards on 2 carries for Aiden Sanchez, and Tyler LeBaron has been sacked once, but he's got carry for 14 yards to go along with it. So 101 yards in the air for the Deer Valley squad with another 42 yards on the ground. 143 yards, but they've made it extremely efficient as they've gotten 21 points on the board. The biggest part of that is the 28-yard interception return for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's how the scoring started. So,
Yep.
I mean, that's essentially how this all the scoring in the game started, was that pick 6, because it was a lot of feeling out process the first couple series. And yeah, not only did Carter Guggenberger come up with that play, but then he came up with another interception.
Right.
So right now, the Skyhawks defense, you would imagine they do not have many adjustments here at halftime. They're shutting the Marauders out right now and have 2 interceptions. And with that being said, Jackie, like I said earlier, it just doesn't feel like a 21-0 game. It has a much closer feel, and I hope that Coach Midkiff and the Marauders are in there and they feel that same way and they come out hungry.
Certainly so. Deer Valley's going to get the ball first, and we have talked to the coaching staff here for Deer Valley and told them that Carter is out of interceptions. He can't have any more this game.
I like it.
Yes, indeed. We're going to take a break. We'll come back to the Longfellow Excavating halftime reports here at Deer Valley High School after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Back here at Deer Valley High School in the Longfellow Excavating halftime report, and Josh Longfellow, a former Marauder, wishes you to go ahead and give him a call. 928-300-3792, whatever it is you need for excavating projects and septic and clearing and even grading or drainage is available. Josh Longfellow, as it has been a family company for years, multi-generational company, Longfellow Excavating here in northern Arizona. So what other scores are going on so far?
Around 4A, Jackie, I'll start at the top of the Max Prep scoreboard, and they got Vista Grand, number 11 in 4A, over Desert Sunrise, who's that new school we scrimmage against. They are leading number 11 over Desert Sunrise 41-7. Moving on, number 9, Canyon del Oro is losing 28-0 right now against Marana. So that's a little bit of a shock, I'm sure, for a lot of 4A. Buena is up 42-0 on Pueblo. A little bit of Grand Canyon region action, Jackie. Bradshaw Mountain has the lead on Apache Junction, 24-7, and that is still in the first half. This is a funny score. Number 14, Walden Grove, is beating Desert View 4-0, and they
4-0.
They have that as the second quarter update. So that I think is only 2 safeties.
Yeah,
right? That's just
right.
2 safeties.
Well, no, or it's a field goal and a forfeit.
Field goal. Okay, so either way, that's a crazy score. Mesquite is losing by 1 right now to Maricopa, 15-14.
Wow.
Moving on to some more ranked teams in 4A. Number 19, Seton Catholic, against number 12, Estrella Foothills, who we've seen earlier this season. Estrella Foothills is losing by 1 to Seton Catholic, 15-14. And then number 2, Thunderbird, right now taking care of business, 7-0 against Greenway. That one's at halftime, so that's a little bit of a tight score against an unranked 4A team. And then how about the big guns? Yuma Catholic, the number 3 team in 4A, and number 1, Arizona College Prep. That's a huge game, definitely some deep playoff teams. Arizona College Prep has the lead in that one, 36-14.
Ooh, wow. Holy cow. That is for real. No doubts about that. Hey, I want to let you know that Mingus Volleyball has a couple of home games coming up. Prescott, the Badgers come to town on October 3rd, and October 9th, it is the Coconino Panthers. Other home games will be October 21st against the Flagstaff Eagles, and they will host Mojave, the Thunderbirds, on the 23rd of October. So I encourage you to get out and go check out a volleyball squad out there. And the swimming schedule is underway as the Mingus Marauders will have their next home swimming schedule will be actually Thursday the 24th at the Cottonwood Aquatic Center, and that'll be versus Sedona Red Rock, and they're going to be on the road to visiting pools pretty much most of the end of September and through most of October here. So the Mingus Marauders, you can check out the Max Preps, and you can actually go to all the different sports and find out all the different schedules out there available. The girls flag football squad just kind of sort of getting underway very early in their season nonetheless, and it continues to be warm out here. I thought it was going to start to cool off when the sun went down.
Same here, Jackie. I mean, I'm looking at my weather app right now. It's 99 degrees, and there's a severe heat warning on the app as well. So I feel like an oldie. I'm up here sweating, and I'm just kind of looking at you for some guidance here.
Well, sweating with the oldies would be a Richard Simmons thing, right?
Indeed, with the headband, those tight shorts, and socks.
Oh, Brad,
we
bad
are in the
memories.
wrong outfits.
Yeah,
we're in the wrong outfits.
Bad memories. I think he's sweating with the oldie. I think that's what's happening out here. All right, we're going to take another quick break here at halftime as they are going through some of their king and queen opportunities here. They've got 3:45 left on the board. They're also going to put another 2 minutes on the board. And so we got about 5 minutes left here in our halftime. We're going to take a break. We will return to Deer Valley High School coming up after this. Well, they just announced the king and queen and the royalty for 2024 here for the Skyhawks at Deer Valley High School. Jackie Bessler and Nick Yatsenko along with you here as we come to the conclusion of the Longfellow halftime report. And Nick, I got to ask you, down 21-0, what kind of adjustments do you try to make? Mingus has had some success on the ground. They haven't been able to get their screen passes underway. Unfortunately, 2 of them have gotten picked off. So what kind of adjustments do you make offensively here for the Mingus Marauders?
Yeah, the tough thing with this, Jackie, is we have seen the Marauders start drives and get first downs, and then the turnover bug. So I'm sure the Marauders are in there, and Coach Midkiff has got to be hounding them on the turnover bug. We've got to stop that. Before we came in tonight, 6 turnovers in the first 3 games of the season, 4 games of the season. So that's just not going to cut it. And then the first half, 2 turnovers against a 4-0 Deer Valley team, when it's a tight game for all intents and purposes, is just not going to cut it. So the Marauders can hang on to the ball, Jackie, and just get, a couple first downs strung in a row. I feel like that big break play is coming for the Marauders. We saw Shane Chupp earlier almost catch one and go the whole distance.
Right.
So that big break play is coming. The Marauders offense just got to keep believing and be persistent.
Well, we've had a little bit of success with Rice running the ball as well. And so that brings a different angle in for the Mingus Marauders as our viewers and listeners may have heard all of the fireworks going off here at Deer Valley High School. A gigantic heat warning, and they're lighting stuff on fire.
A lot of fireworks.
Right, exactly. Okay, perfect. The Mingus Marauders come back out to the field here. Now, if you're Deer Valley, what do you try to do here in the second half?
Boy, I mean, I feel like Deer Valley's got some big athletes over there, Jackie, and a lot of potential, and I think they kind of want to clean their game up too. I think they have played a little bit sloppy, so I'm sure offensively we already saw the interception, and I think the Skyhawks want to clean it up too. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think they're lucky to have a 21-0 lead right now over the Marauders.
Well, they lead the turnover battle 3-1.
That's right.
They do. So, Mingus has given up 2 interceptions and a fumble and has 1 takeaway. An interception from Tinsley as he pickpocketed the receiver. So that reminds me, if I'm anywhere near him, I'm going to put my wallet in my front pocket.
Man, what a play. I mean, that's just great awareness.
Oh, yeah.
He was just trying to essentially make the tackle, and then a split second later, you're catching a football.
Oh, yeah.
Within a milliseconds. That's just an incredible athletic play.
Yeah, it was almost more of a fumble recovery than it was an interception.
In the air. That's
aerial
right.
fumble recovery. I think we've come up with something new.
Put it on the stat sheet.
There we go. We will teach the NFL what that means. Perfect. Well, excellent. As the Mingus Marauders come back out. Now, obviously, they're going to have to play defense here first. And defensively, I think Mingus has played a good defensive game overall. They've lost the battle here in the field position. And have given up the ball in their own territory a couple of times. And Deer Valley has certainly taken advantage of short fields when they've had them.
And this is a Deer Valley team that's 4-0, and they've put up a lot of points in their first 4 games. And when you take away their pick 6 tonight, this is a 14-0 game.
Right.
So it's even closer than that. So that's just the Marauders got to keep doing a good job on defense because, like you just said, I think they are, Jackie. I think the defense has got to stick to the game plan, come up with a few more stops, and more importantly, you have to obviously outscore them. So the offense has got to start to get the ball rolling.
Coming up next week, we will be back home, and it will be homecoming for the Mingus Marauders and hosting the Flagstaff Eagles. It'll be the opening game of the Grand Canyon region play for the Mingus Marauders as well. So many firsts and so many things going on. Next Friday night at Mingus Union High School, it's going to be exciting.
I can't wait. Grand Canyon region football starts. Same time it's homecoming. It's just an amazing time of year, and as we got to see during halftime here in Deer Valley, they were doing their homecoming festivities, and obviously a handful of football players, all candidates and nominees out there for homecoming king and queen. That's super special to see, and I know we're going to get to see the Marauders enjoy that and celebrate next week. That's going to be fun.
It will definitely be fun. All right, we're going to take a 30-second break as we're running to the end of our halftime report brought to you by Longfellow Excavating here in northern Arizona. We will return to Deer Valley High School in 30 seconds.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
I want to thank Becky Allred with All Price Insurance, being a Mingus Marauder sponsor, for continuing back-to-back. I don't know how many back-to-back seasons. She has been there for many years, a supporter of Mingus Marauder sports and football, and of course, youth football as well. And just around the corner is going to be the flag football leagues for the Mean Machine of football, and that's always fun for all different ages. Even some of the high school ages, when they get the U17 squads out there, those get to be some competitive flag football games.
Goodness, they do, and they start to hit really hard, too.
So Stokes is going to kick off for the first time here in this game. Mingus has their first opportunity to kick off. Stokes goes to take the football, and the referee took it away from him.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, kick it that way. And Stokes goes, okay, I got it.
He says, I know. Give me that ball.
I got it. All right, thank you, sir. All right, so obviously Deer Valley has shown some spark in their special teams, and we're going to see if Stokes can put this one into the end zone for a touchback, and he will kick it. He'll kick it hard. He'll kick it high, and it'll drive him back to about the 8-yard line. He has to pick it up. He's got Mingus Marauders all around him. A flag comes out as he finds a lane and will rumble and stumble and finally get taken down at about the 42-yard line. But there are flags on the field all over the place. He may have picked up the flag and threw it again at the 24-yard line? That might be the infraction location.
I think we're going to have multiple penalties on this, Jackie.
Oh.
I think there was potentially a blocking penalty and then something behind the play. I mean, don't quote me on that yet, but you can see one ref in the backfield behind the run through it. So let's see what the refs call here.
And Nick says, don't quote me.
It looked like a little bit of extracurricular on the outside.
Well, the referees definitely want to get in control of this one. We had some back-to-back unsportsmanlikes right at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, so honestly, it's not a surprising way to enter into the second half here. That's exactly how we went out. Wow, that's going to back Deer Valley up. I'm thinking both those penalties, although you can only assess one. Both of those were against Deer Valley, if there were several.
And they're going to put the ball all the way back to about the 8-yard line, and that is where the Skyhawks are going to take over. So there may have been a dead ball foul after the penalty.
And that was not a flag. That was a ref throwing a flag to another ref.
Yes, and that was a good catch by the umpire.
It was.
1st and 10. The Skyhawks backed up toward their own end zone. They're going to hand it off. Mingus will attack it and bring it down right at about the 5-yard line. And that might be a loss of 1 or 2 out there.
Give him the loss. That's a great job. That's Jordan Watson, and that's Rain Stokes. And that's just two absolute beasts for the Marauders out on a great tackle for loss play to start this second half.
2nd and 12 now from the 5-yard line. Megan's trying to keep the pressure on Deer Valley, trailing. Third quarter action just underway, but trailing on the scoreboard 21-0. LeBaron has 2 backs in the backfield, and he's going to switch them. You go here, and he's going to send Keith to the far side of the field. Gets picked up defensively, and there is the handoff, weaving his way through and getting out toward the 5-yard line. Stokes is in on the tackle out there, as well as trying to see who else was. Oh, number 7. Okay, that's going to be Islas Montebias. He's wearing number 7 here tonight. So they pick up 5, and it brings up 3rd and 7, and it was Aiden Sanchez on the run out there.
Yeah, good job by Wyatt and that Marauders secondary to come up with the stop and force Deer Valley into a long 3rd down.
Deer Valley taking their time. They come out of a huddle. They go 3 receivers to the top side. LeBaron is in the backfield all by himself. They spread out the Mingus Marauders. Stokes looks like he is going to come down and rush, and then there is the tackle out of bounds. However, it's going to be a horse collar call against the Mingus Marauders, and that'll be an automatic first down for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, saw that one, Jackie. That's a clean, clear-cut call. The only argument is that maybe he only had the jersey, and I think that's what the refs are discussing right now. And so it definitely made the tackle by getting him in the back. The question is, did he get behind those shoulder pads or just the jersey?
I think it was just the jersey. And they're going to wave it off, yep.
Wow, that's a very fortunate play for the Marauders.
So they pick up about 4 on it, and then there's another
Now we got a flag. And that's got to be something verbal, because we are not in play at all right now.
No, and the head referee threw that flag.
Interesting. So we got some refs walking over to the Deer Valley sidelines, and coaches are getting some explanations over there. And let's see, they might waive this one too, Jackie, as a warning. Oh, no, they are calling it. They are giving them the unsportsmanlike. Wow. And, boy, just another really fortunate call for the Marauders. That's going to back the Skyhawks up to almost their goal line.
So the penalty, is going to go against the Skyhawks. But they didn't back them up.
Yeah, I think they're going to correct
Now we
that
go.
right
Here
now.
we go.
Yep.
And they're going to go half the distance to the goal and put the ball back down at the 7-yard line, which is the original line of scrimmage. So 4th and 10. And the punter is in his own end zone, about 3 yards from the back touch zone. Remington Stokes is out for the Mingus Marauders, trying to return it. A low snap. He picks it up. He will get the punt off. He kicks it way away from Stokes, and Stokes has to let it go. It takes a Skyhawks bounce and goes down to the Mingus Marauder 42-yard line. So Mingus a defensive stand, and they will have pretty decent field position. However, a good punch kind of saves the bacon out here for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, the Marauders were really close, and you saw Jordan Watson before that last punt telling his defense, hey, let's get in there, get a block or a tackle, and boy, that could have been, disastrous for the Skyhawks. But no, they, like you call it, Jackie, they're able to get a great punt off. And now it's the Marauders offense that's going to have to go to work. No points on the board right now. Third quarter against an undefeated 4-0 team. The offense have seen success. It's time for the Marauders to march downfield.
Stokes comes off the field out here for the Mingus Marauders. Rice in the backfield takes the snap, hands it off, and putting his head down and diving forward out there is going to be Chupp. Chupp with the run out there, and he'll gain 1 or 2.
And Chupp in there giving some relief to Rain Stokes. And obviously, we call these players on both sides of the ball. These guys are dogs. I mean, these guys are working really, really hard down there. As you can see on your screen, they're checking their wristbands for the play.
Mingus will get set up again. Chupp stays in the backfield. 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the top side for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap. Dawson goes to the far side of the field, looks to throw, throws, gets hit when he throws, and it comes down and falls to the turf. Thank goodness. Mingus had a couple of players around it. And if you're an offensive lineman out there and you see that ball up in the air like that, you've got 2 choices. You either try to catch it or you just try to knock it to the ground, yes?
I mean, I was so slow that I just anticipated trying to tackle somebody or block for somebody. But no, you're right, Jackie. I mean, if you're a lineman out there, your eyes are lighting up for sure when the ball's right there. And that's just fortunate for the Marauders that it just hit the turf.
3rd and 9 for the Mingus Marauders now. 9:06 left to go in the third quarter. There's the snap. Rice is in trouble, and he's going to run. He has a little bit of room, and he breaks through a tackle. He gets the first down, gets to the outside. A good open field tackle out there by C.J. Williams. But the Mingus Marauders pick up the first down with the scramble out there from Rice.
Yeah, give Dawson Rice a little Shazam. How about that?
Yeah.
Tribute to Al McCoy.
Al would be proud of you, young man.
I appreciate that, and I hope so. That was a very worthy run by Dawson. That was awesome.
11 yards on the scamper. Mingus in Deer Valley territory to the 46-yard line. De La Haye and Seda, top of the screen for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap. Here goes Rain Stokes. Rain Stokes hit, but still goes forward and gets out and down to about the 43-yard line. See where they're going to mark him. Yep, 43-yard line, so he'll pick up 3.
And what's amazing is Alex Jimenez, initially one of the big guys out there for the Skyhawks, was in on that tackle, Jackie, and he came up to Rains with a lot of speed momentum, and Rain Stokes just puts him in reverse fast.
Well, I just kind of took him on the side. Man in motion is De La Haye. They are going to pitch it. De La Haye, blockers out in front, tries to cover, and will get spun down. Picks up decent yards with the spin down to the 39-yard line, and he'll pick up another 4, bringing up 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, Carter Gubenhager is getting up a little bit slow after that play. The Marauders, Gutenberger, he's got up a little bit slow, and he's going to stay in the game. That was a nice try by that young man.
3rd and 4 from the 39-yard line. Got to imagine Mingus is in 4-down territory once they pass the 50. Rice takes the snap and hands it off to Rain Stokes. Rain Stokes barrels forward and gets close, but he is going to be short. Needed 4, he picks up 2, so it's going to be 4th and 2 out there for the Mingus Marauders. The ball's at the 37. They got to get to the 35. Or actually, no, the 34, so 4th and 1.
Yeah, and on a play like this, like you said, I kind of think that this is do or die. You've got to try to go for it. I mean, I know it's your first series in the 3rd quarter, but still, you've got to try to make something happen here. Give it to one of our best athletes.
And they blow a whistle before. It's going to be Deer Valley. Coach did not like the setup against the Mingus Marauders at 4th and 1. Mingus was going for it. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
So, sir, you come out with a 4th and 1. You're looking to snap the ball. Now, do you come back with a different play now that Deer Valley called the timeout?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, Jackie. I think you want to mix it up, right? They might have lined up to see what the Marauders would do or what formation we're going to line up in. So I would change it up here.
Rice has got Stokes in the backfield plus a wing, and the umpire goes down as he collides with a player out there for the defense. How about that?
A little bit of friendly fire.
Yeah, hopefully everybody is okay now. We're ready to go, 4th and 1. Rice takes the snap, hands it off, and it's going to be Stokes. Stokes hits the plow, hits it hard, and gets the first down.
What a barrel of a run by Stokes. And, man, who else are you going to give that ball to, Jackie, other than Rain Stokes? You know he's going to lower his shoulder and do everything in his power to get you that first down, and that's what he does for the Marauders.
They go off tackle using that right side of the Mingus Marauder offensive line, so they run behind Backus and Chupp and pick up that first down. New set of downs at the 35-yard line. Rice takes the snap, comes to the near side, looks to throw, has a blocker out in front of him, throws out of bounds as it was intended out there. Who was that going for? Going for Braxton Longfellow, playing tight end on that play. So 2nd and 10 from the 35.
Now check out this experience that our offensive line is getting here, Jackie. Our freshman center, Trenton, is out there going against number 77 on the Skyhawks. That's Anthony Wald, They have him listed as a junior, 6'3", and 300 pounds.
Big run up the middle for the Mingus Marauders. And moving ahead is Rain Stokes, and he'll make it a 3rd and manageable as he picks up 7.
A great run again. I mean, this offensive line for the Marauders. And like we called it during the Longfellow halftime show, Jackie, the Marauders have had some series where they have gotten first downs and moved the ball. And here we are seeing it again.
They say 3rd and 2, so he picked up 8, not 7 on that one. As Mingus is trying to get to the red zone. There's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw, throws it, and it is tipped away. And it falls incomplete out there, but very wisely, Rice went to go pick it up in case that was called a fumble out there. And that's going to bring up 4th and 2 for the Mingus Marauders, their second 4th down conversion attempt in this drive as the ball sits at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, it's gut check time right now for the offense. A couple more yards you need to get. Last time we saw Rain Stokes.
2 receivers to the top side, 1 to the bottom. They're going to bring De La Haye in motion, and a broken play, and Rice tries to run for it himself and will lean forward. I don't know if he gets to the first down. However, I did see a flag fly. That was a broken play.
Yeah, it sure was. It sure was. Dawson looked like he was trying to hand it off several times to nobody. Oh, wow, and that's close. They're not measuring anything. It's going to be Skyhawks ball, although, I mean, I thought it was close.
I thought it was a lot closer with that spot. They put the spot at the 25.5-yard line, which should have been a first down, I would think.
Wow, and they're signaling, look at that, they have to move the chains back. That's actually incredible. I'm surprised that we don't see anybody on the Marauders sidelines. They're doing a good job behaving themselves, because that I caught that from up here in the box. And
well, they did move.
That should be a first down if you have to move the chains back.
Yeah, they did move before they were told to move, though. So I will give them that. So the Deer Valley holds, and they will hand it off. And here comes Marcus Johnson. Marcus Johnson trying to back his way forward. And finally, they blow the whistle on the 29-yard line, so he's going to pick up 4.
Yeah, that's just we're going to see Deer Valley, I'm sure, with a lot of rushing plays like that. Right now, they are trying to run this clock out. I mean, they have a hungry Marauders team that is so close, Jackie. The Marauders are so close to having a breakthrough in this game, and they're just having to dig out of a hole each time. Right now, the Marauders have a great chance defensively to come up with a huge stop.
2 backs in the backfield, plus a tight end. Tight formation out here for Deer Valley. There is the snap. It's going to be a pitch. They get it out to Johnson. Johnson with some blockers as he runs into the Mingus Marauder defense. Looks like Moore comes up with part of the tackle, and the ball gets to the 34-yard line, bringing up a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and another rushing play from Deer Valley. If you're on that Marauders defensive line, you got to know it's coming. And big Jordan Watson out there. Montiel helping out.
Crowd trying to get into it here to support the Mingus Marauders. Mingus could certainly use a play for a loss out here. 2 backs in the backfield. That usually means a lead blocker out there. LeBaron out of shotgun. Takes the snap, high snap, gives it to the second back. It's going to be Sanchez. Sanchez spins forward and then gets pushed back. But they're going to give him forward progress all the way to the 37.
Lot of progress.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and I mean, we're not the only ones a little surprised at that. Wow, that is a very generous spot for the Skyhawks. And we have seen some, I'm just going to say, questionable ball spots here. But it's a game of inches, Jackie. The Marauders have got to come up with a stop a little bit more convincingly.
3 receivers to the near side over here. We'll see if LeBaron goes to the air. They've got him outnumbered on the near side. There's the snap. They do. They throw it to the near side. And getting the tackle out there, Remington Stokes makes him stumble. Rice covers him up. And it is going to be going to be, who is on that tackle? Number 2, it's going to be Brody Keith.
I love Dawson Rice, absolutely laying a hit. Quarterback for the Marauders out there showcasing some physicality on defense.
Well, Remington almost got that ankle, almost tripped him up, but he was able to keep going forward for just a little bit. 4th reception out there for Keith. That one for 6 yards. One man in the backfield, and they're going to throw. They put the ball up across the middle. Nobody at home for the Mingus Marauders, and he overthrows the intended receiver out there, who it was going to Colston Paxton, who has had a game so far.
Yeah, and LeBaron just kind of overthrew him. I mean, it wasn't by much. Paxton would have been gone had he caught that, but just overthrown, and you can tell on that last one, LeBaron gets in the huddle. He wants that one back. But nonetheless, this is another great chance for the Marauders defense to come up with a big stop here, Jackie. I mean, you have done a good job so far defensively of not letting them get close to midfield. No big plays so far.
Tight formation once again, heavy to the right. There's the snap, and it's going to be a pitch out there to Johnson. Johnson trying to get the corner, and they take him on, and he's going to get it depending on where they mark that ball. If they mark it there, it could be a first down. No, they're just going to give it to him.
They just signal from the far side. They signal first down.
They set the ball inside the 48, and they got to get to the 48.
What's crazy is the stick team did not know to move the sticks because of how close that is. So, again, the Marauders are just going to have to hold them a yard shorter here, Jackie.
Apparently so. 1st and 10 now for Deer Valley. They've got the lead and the ball. 1:45 left to go in quarter number 3. They're leading 21-0, dominating here the third period here. As quarterback LeBaron takes the snap and hands it off. It's going to be Sanchez. Sanchez weaves his way into the secondary and picks up a first down all on his own.
Yeah, that's great blocking by the Skyhawks offensive line, Jackie.
Houseman with the tackle getting up, not happy with himself.
No, and that defensive line, like you just called it, Cameron's back in the linebackers. He got blocked. Does a great job of getting off that block finally and making the tackle. But the Marauders slowly leaning back on their heels right now.
Deer Valley looking to run out this third quarter here. 1:08 left to go. 2 backs in the backfield. LeBaron takes his time. Out of shotgun. There's the snap. Hands it to the second back. And Mingus will stuff it and run it back. Back as it rains. Shove him back all the way back to the 45-yard line. Going down hard out there is Johnson. And they give him a gain of 1.
That is, wow. That is crazy. Yeah, it's tough not to say crazy out loud on that one. I mean, that's just another very, very generous spot for the Skyhawks. And, man, if you're the Marauders defense, you've got to recognize it. On this drive, you are not going to catch a break. I mean, you're not going to get the close call. You're not going to catch a break. So, you're just going to have to tackle them quicker before you get to that line.
15 seconds left to go in quarter number 3, now to 10. I wonder if they're going to even get a snap off. And they do not. And it's going to be a timeout for Deer Valley with 5 seconds left to go. We're going to leave it here. So Deer Valley was going to lose time with a delay of game out there, and so they very wisely called the timeout to protect it. 2nd and 10, well, 2nd and 9.5 about for the Deer Valley squad from the Mingus Marauder 40-yard line. So Deer Valley has gone into waste time mode.
Yeah, and just from the perspective of this, Jackie, it's 21-0 Deer Valley, but like we called it in the halftime show, this seems like a much closer game, and this timeout by the Skyhawks proves that indeed. The Skyhawks had to take that all the way down to the very last second, then use their timeout just to burn that extra second or two. So that just goes to show you how close of a game this potentially could be.
Oh, certainly so. Hey, I want to let everybody know I'm going to be out tomorrow morning in Prescott Valley at the Civic Center for the Alzheimer's Walk, and that will be the Quad City Alzheimer's Walk. And I am honored to host the festivities coming up at about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Man in motion comes to the near side. Quarterback steps back, throws to him, comes to the near side, and he picks up decent yardage, close to a first down, and ripping him down right at about the 29-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. And picking up the yardage out there is going to be number 5. That's going to be Colston Paxton. And that will be the end of the third quarter. 21-0. Deer Valley with the lead, driving once again inside the Mingus Marauder 30. We're back for the fourth quarter after this.
Yavapai College has many degree and certificate programs to get you on track to a rewarding, well-paying career in a variety of industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Fourth quarter is underway. Deer Valley now going left to right across your radio dial. 2 receivers to the near side. Empty backfield for LeBaron. Puts a man in motion, and there is the snap. They are going to throw. It comes out to Johnson. Johnson head of steam as he rolls and bowls forward down to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5 out there.
Just a phenomenal catch. I mean, and not only that, but the run after catch was good too. And like you said, I think you described that one best, rumbling and bumbling.
Well, a timeout on the field, and we have an injury timeout. As you can hear some of the Mingus Marauder crowd still looking for a flag out there on some of the blocking.
Yeah, and that's they were looking for a little bit of a flag at the end of that play in the secondary on the Marauders.
They're going to give him 6 on the reception out there.
Yeah, that was going to be that was Wyatt, Jackie, on that last play that was getting blocked right at the tail end of that play. So sometimes you get a flag thrown, sometimes you don't. That time you just wasn't lucky enough to get one thrown.
Sounds like a candy bar commercial.
Yeah. Honestly, you don't want to be on the receiving end of that. So I get it, Wyatt. I get it, Wyatt. And that's a tough one. And not only that, but
I'm
that
confused.
was a big lineman that came after you and blocked you too.
Are we still talking candy bars? Because I want to be on the receiving end of that.
Candy bar sounds good up in this sweaty box right about now.
Of course, it would be a melted pool of
That's right.
chocolate and fillings, right?
Because the ice is completely gone out of the cooler.
Ice? The heck is ice?
Yeah.
No doubt. On a balmy Friday night in the Phoenix area. 100 degrees at game time, and it's cooled down to 99 at halftime. And here comes Deer Valley. 2 backs in the backfield. 2nd and 4 from the Mingus Marauder 22-yard line. Mingus gets set, trying to bend but not break. There's the snap. Quarterback hands it to Sanchez. Sanchez. And a little extra push there. And there comes the flag. Sanchez stumbled forward for very little, if anything, but a flag from the backfield after the play.
Yeah, and you can see both teams getting together with each other, just telling themselves to calm down. So that's good leadership and sportsmanship. And, and kudos to the refs, too, because you don't want this getting out of hand. So that's why you see a flag get thrown here. We're going to make sure that it does not get out of hand, and let the players know by throwing the flag there, you're letting the players know you're not going to take any crap, and they're going to wave it. So honestly, that's probably because they saw it on both sides of the ball, Jackie, and that's the wise thing to do. Just calm everybody down.
So they're a negative 1 yard on the run by Sanchez, and that brings up 3rd and 5 for the Deer Valley squad from the Mingus Marauder 23, maybe 23 and a half yard line. One receiver to the top, 2 to the bottom. They're going to send the tight end over to the left-hand side. Quarterback in the backfield out of shotgun has a man in motion, and they will switch it up, and it is a reverse and coming the opposite direction. A great tackle out there by Wyatt Islas Montebias, and then he gets some help from Thompson, who gets up limping a little bit, coming to the near side, and Johnson gets up after that with very little gain. Maybe he gains 1 on it. No, they give him 2, so it's going to be 4th and 2 from the Mingus Marauder 22-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a good job by the Marauders defense. Here's a 4th and really short. This is going to have big impact on the game.
Watch for the screen pass, far side. 3 receivers up there. Mingus Marauders have an extra guy over here on the short side of the field. There is the snap, and they are going to throw. They throw the screen pass out there, getting by his block, but losing it. And then stumbling forward for the first down is going to be the receiver out there, number 11, as he will get that catch and pick up the first down. That's Nathaniel Cervantes. And he gets down to the 18-yard line, a gain of 4. I knew that screen pass was coming.
Yeah, and Ethan Moore for the Marauders just about came up with a potential game-saving stop, and Skyhawks just do a good job of getting out of that tackle and getting the first down.
So here comes the Deer Valley squad out of shotgun. Quarterback looks to throw. Now he's going to run, throws, has a man in the end zone, overthrew him as Islas Montebias on the coverage out there for the Mingus Marauders, and that will bring up 2nd and 10 from about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and LeBaron threw that one up really, really high. I mean, that went over his wide receiver's hands by a couple yards. And I mean, honestly, sometimes that is the smart play, right? You don't want to give the DBs a chance at it, only give your wide receiver a chance. Nonetheless, a big incompletion here for the Marauders.
2nd and 10 now. 3 receivers to the far side. LeBaron's in the backfield. Out of shotgun. He has 2 backs in the backfield with him. Sets up as an offset eye. There's the snap, and it's going to be a pitch. It's coming to Johnson near side. They're chasing him. They're catching him, and they bring him down for a little gain at about the 12-yard line. Let's see where they mark him. Clock's running, 9:05 left to go in the game. Mingus still trailing 21-0. It was 21-0 at halftime. Rice given credit on the tackle, as it is 3rd and 8 now from the 13-yard line.
Yeah, this is just such a dogfight for the Marauders here, Jackie. We're going to talk about a postgame. They're playing well. I mean, not letting Deer Valley get any big chunk plays. The Skyhawks are just very consistent.
Offset eye once again. And they move the back, and they will look to throw. Quarterback throws, has a man up underneath, and it was thrown low. That is a tough throw. So they say when you're trying to hit that receiver, you need to throw it above the belt buckle, above the belly button, but preferably right at the face, because when you have to go down to the knees to try to catch that in a full run. That is tough.
Yep.
And that brings up a 4th down, and it looks like they might be going for the field goal attempt out here.
Yeah, I think they are, and that's a wise move by the Skyhawks. I mean, this is 1 score away from the Marauders to be in a close game again. So I don't blame them for trying the field goal.
They set the ball at the 20. It's going to be a 30-yard field goal attempt. There is the snap, the hold. The kick is up, and it is no good. It is good. It went over the bar.
I thought
it went under the bar.
So did us in the box and the Marauders, but that must have squeaked right over.
Apparently it did. So put up the tray on the board. 21-0. Mingus will get the ball back when we come back.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Back here for the final 8-18. Mingus is going to get the ball back now, trailing 24-0. So they are 3 scores down. They need 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversion, and it's going to be popped up. It's going to come down. It's going to bounce out there as Remington Stokes will find a hole. He comes to the near side and then caught from behind. A touchdown saving tackle out there by number 36 of Deer Valley. Remington Stokes was on his way. Anthony Rosas, who leads the team in tackles, saved a touchdown on that one.
Yeah, he most certainly did. And Remington Stokes is pumped. I mean, that's a great return. Exactly why you don't want to kick to him. He's just one move, one arm tackle breakaway from a touchdown there.
They're going to move the chains and give the Mingus Marauders here a first down at the 42-yard line. Chains aren't even set yet. And Mingus is ready to snap. They do. Rice comes to the near side looking for somewhere to go. They go to De La Haye. Dangerous throw out there. And the line judge is going to get between them. And a little bit of verbal out there between De La Haye and who was the other player out there? That's going to be Cervantes.
I think you're talking about what's for dinner after the game?
Sure.
Either that or which character they would select in Mario Kart.
All right. Who's your favorite, Marvel?
I'm a big Bowser fan.
Right, there you go. There's the snap. Mingus will hand it off, and barreling his way forward is going to be Stokes, and Stokes somehow, like a pinball, bounces off and picks up 7. They're going to give him 6. So at the 48-yard line, that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Mingus Marauders.
And you see Tinsley kind of hobbling off the sidelines. Hopefully he's okay. He's going to take a quick break.
McLean's coming back out for him as they're going to set up here for a 3rd down attempt. 2 receivers to the near side. You got Chupp and you got De La Haye. McLean on the top side. There's the snap. They fake the handoff. Quarterback comes to the near side. They do throw a flag. They throw it downfield, and it goes to Chupp, who catches it between the receivers. They do give him the catch at the 26-yard line, but there is a flag back in the backfield.
Wow, look at your instant replay there. That is an amazing catch. Nice job by Sam in the truck. Good job, team. Way to get that replay on screen, and that was a phenomenal catch. Too bad it's not going to stand. My goodness.
And I have seen what part of the problem is. After the catch, the actual down marker moved and then went back and went a yard backward. So it's still going to be 3rd and 14 because of the penalty. There's the snap. Dawson steps back, throws the ball, has a man, and it is caught out there. And it looks like, is that going to be Miller with his first catch of the game? We will find out, or is that McLean? That is going to be McLean with the catch. And they give him forward progress to the 49, which is not a first down, so it's going to be 4th and 1.
Wow, 4th and 1. You're barely on the Deer Valley side of the field. It's obviously go time. I mean, Jackie, I don't think Coach Midkiff and the Marauders have a choice right now. They've got to go for it.
Absolutely. 4th and 1. Here go the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap. They hand it off to Stokes. Stokes pile drives forward for the first down.
Let's go. What a run by Stokes. And Stokes gets met in the backfield by a Skyhawk. Took our breath away for a second. I think that was Carter, who's having a heck of a game, and Stokes runs right through him. And the sticks haven't moved yet. Now they're moving, as the Marauders are already ready to go.
Quarterback takes the snap. Quarterback looks to throw, comes to the near side, has a little bit of time, decides to run, and will stop, step back, throw, throws out of bounds. Had two receivers down there. Chupp and De La Haye both within the next about 3 or 4 yards of one another. And I believe he intended to throw it out of bounds, which he was successful in doing.
Yeah, I like the move at the end by Dawson Rice. I mean, that's a lot of confidence from our junior quarterback. He takes the ball all the way to the sidelines when he's scrambling. And then did you see that step back? He kind of juked the defender to give himself another second to scan the field.
De La Haye goes to the far side of the field. Mingus attempting to be in a hurry up out here. There is the snap. They hand it off to to Stokes. Stokes will get bottled up after a little, and he'll pick up 3 inside the 45-yard line down to the 44. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
All right, so at this point, Jackie, this would have to be one of the best and biggest comebacks in Marauder football history. But my goodness, it could happen.
Mingus Marauders are back. Rice steps back, looks to throw, throws to the near side. Chupp goes down for it, can't get his hands up underneath, and that's going to bring up 4th and 7.
And when I talk about comeback, Jackie, I really mean that the Marauders have had it there all night. They have been so close. One more first down or one less turnover away from getting on the board. And, man, these teams are going tit for tat out there. Marauders just can't find the end zone.
5:34 left to go. Skyhawks pitching a shutout against the Mingus Marauders, 24-0. Mingus trying to get on the board in the fourth quarter. There's the snap. Rice steps back, steps forward, steps back again, and throws across his body, and he finds Miller for the first down. The tight end with the good hands picks it up and puts it down, gets inside the 30.
Yeah, absolutely love that play call, and that's our junior quarterback to our junior tight end. Love seeing that. Couple players that are going to make a huge return.
There's a snap, a throw coming to the near side and taken out very quickly out there, but on the catch is going to be De La Haye for probably a couple out there.
Yeah, and you'd think the Marauders are in a little bit of a hurry up here, Jackie. I mean, if they're going to get the ball rolling, they're going to have to be in hurry up.
Rice is back again. He steps forward, and he can run. He slips away from a tackle, loses the ball. It's on the turf, and it is covered by the Mingus Marauders. Montiel saves the ball, the pigskin for the Mingus Marauders, and Mingus fumbles forward for about 1.
Yeah, fortunate recovery there for the Marauders. As Dawson just he was headed down to the turf, and Skyhawks just do a really good job. That's a great tackle. He tackled the ball right out.
So 3rd and 7. Rice steps back, gets a block, gets to the outside, throws, has a man, and it's going to be McLean out there on the reception. We'll see if that's going to be good enough for a first down. The ball sits right at about the 16-yard line. That will be a first down.
Oh, that's a great sign for this Marauders offense. They've worked hard all night. They can smell it, Jackie. They're in the red zone now. That's better time than late to get on the board.
Absolutely. One back in the backfield out there for the Mingus Marauders. Rice steps back, looks to throw, comes to the near side, puts the ball up. Has De La Haye in the end zone for the touchdown.
Woo, what a bomb. Nice job, Dawson Rice. You can see your instant replay here. Dawson does a great job of just floating that ball up, making sure De La Haye can catch that, no problem. Great ball. Put it right in the breadbasket. I think that was a little bit of broken coverage on the Skyhawk side, Jackie, as nobody was really around De La Haye. So he turns around, and Dawson Rice just sends him something that he knows he can catch. That's great to see. I mean, the Marauders have worked hard all night against a very good Deer Valley team, and finally end up with some some points.
16 yards on the touchdown toss out there to De La Haye. Now Mingus needs two-point conversions, so they're going to go for it, and there is the snap. Getting into the end zone for the 2-point conversion is Stokes, so Stokes hasn't gotten a touchdown today, but he does get the 2-point conversion. That makes it a 2-score game, 24-8 with 3:45 left to go in the game, and we will be back for the comeback after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
So we will see. Obviously, Deer Valley is expecting the onside kick. They have 2 men back. 1 man at the 15-yard line, 1 man at the 35-yard line, everybody else at the 50. And now they spread it out just a little bit more. They're expecting the Mingus Marauders to go to the near side here. And here goes Stokes. Stokes is going to push it to the near side, and it does not go 10 yards. And that's an oops. It's going to come to a rest right there. And that is where the Deer Valley squad's going to take over at the Mingus Marauder 44-yard line.
Yeah, and this is absolutely gut check time for the defense, Jackie. The Marauders defense has got to have their best series yet and force a turnover or a quick 3-and-out from the Skyhawks. You know the Skyhawks are going to be trying to keep the ball on the ground to keep that clock running. So it's really wrapping up the tackles, bringing the ball carrier down.
Well, Mingus is going to struggle if they don't get a turnover here. They still have 3 timeouts here in the game. 3 receivers to the top side, 1 to the bottom, 1 back in the backfield. Got to imagine that they are going to run the ball or do very easy passes. And getting in the backfield is going to be Tinsley. Tinsley, the tackle for loss out there. But they actually give him, they'll give him forward progress. And Mingus is going to take their first time out. And so we're going to keep it here. But Mingus uses their timeout, and they don't stop the clock. There we go. Okay. There we go. 3:36 left to go on the clock. And Mingus, with the tackle for loss or no gain, decides to take the timeout. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think Coach Midkiff has got to get out there. He's got to talk to these guys. It is time for an absolutely crucial stop. I mean, you got a good first play from your defense. Jackie was really curious on the onside kick recoveries, right? Because I think there's a lot of luck involved with onside kicks. As long as you kick it in the right spot. And for high school football, the average success rate of an onside kick is 8.8%.
Woo! So you're saying there's a chance.
There is a chance.
To quote a really silly movie. I think it was
that movie.
Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like 1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance.
That's all we need.
Right?
That is all we need.
1 in a million, baby. Here we go. The Mingus Marauders set up defensively, expecting the run. 2 backs in the backfield. They do give it to the second back. There is a gain coming to the near side. And good blocking out there. Or according to the crowd, good holding out there. And they're going to give him forward progress all the way to the 35-yard line. And he does go out of bounds. Yeah, stopping the clock at 3:29, but that'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, stopping the clock is crucial. But, man, they're really close. What a gut check time here for this Marauders defense.
Same formation, 2 backs in the backfield. They're heavy on the right-hand side, on the short side of the field. And there's the snap, and they give it to the second back who steps through and is pulled back and is trying to push his way forward, and they're probably going to give him a first down on that.
And that's, I'll tell you, this spot right here is where
this is going to be
running
crucial.
Back was falling down.
They don't give him a first down. No, they do give him a first down. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Boy, this Marauders sidelines is a little bit depleted. That's going to do a lot of damage when we talk about the clock, Jackie, as we just went under 3 minutes, and the Skyhawks have a fresh set of downs. That was close. Again.
My lip is bleeding. All right, 2 receivers to the top, 2 backs in the backfield. I have a feeling that Deer Valley is just going to keep the ball on the ground. LeBaron taking his time. He's done so all second half. Looks for the snap, waits some more. And there's the snap. They do hand it off. And finding a lane is Sanchez. Sanchez cuts up underneath a block. And good tackle out there. Mingus will call a timeout on the play, but it is going to be a decent gain of about 5 yards on it. So they're going with the smaller back, Sanchez. I think he's proving to be a tad bit more nimble and not such a power back.
Yeah, and they have a good balance of going back and forth between those guys on the Skyhawk side. And well, I just love the tenacity, Jackie. Usually when you got a score like this, it's not as close as a game. I mean, it's 24-8 Deer Valley with just 2 minutes, 22 seconds. But my goodness, we've said it all night. It just feels so much closer. And you know the Marauders have got to feel that way too. And I mean, the Marauders defense has no choice here, Jackie, but to come up with a big stop. If Deer Valley can get this first down here, they'll be able to just take victory formation here on homecoming. The Marauders still looking for one more, that slim chance of a comeback.
Mingus needs a turnover.
Yeah.
Mingus really does need a turnover. Now, I'm pretty sure that Deer Valley will probably not put the ball in the air. They've got 2 backs in the backfield. Question is basically which one is going to get the ball. 2 receivers to the top. There is the snap. They give it to the second back, and he will weave his way forward for a first down. Good blocking scheme out there and extended blocking, and nothing going on with that, but it's going to be a first down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, the Skyhawks are tasting this success here on homecoming night. Still 2 minutes left, but being down a couple scores, the Marauders have a massive hole to dig out of.
Mingus can only stop the clock one more time.
Yep. Boy, in Deer Valley, Jackie, we're watching what could be their best drive and longest drive at the most important time of the game when we're in the last few minutes. So give a lot of credit to the Skyhawks for putting this one together.
Well, that's just execution. That is definitely execution. LeBaron still out of shotgun. He's got Sanchez and Johnson there with him, and there's the snap. They're going to give it to Sanchez. Sanchez undercuts a block and gets tackled out there. Good tackle. But Mingus is going to need to stand him up and not just tackle the man. They're going to have to grab that ball and try to get somebody to cough it up there. 1 yard on the run. 103, 102 left to go. Again, Mingus can only stop the clock one more time. LeBaron runs all the way to the sideline to get the call from his coach, who basically says, run the ball. Right? Actually, they're going to probably go into victory formation here.
I mean, I would imagine they would. Coach Midkiff did not use his timeout. So, yeah, that's what we see here, Jackie. We definitely see victory formation.
30 seconds left to go. There's the snap. And I do not believe that they're going to have to snap it again. That is going to be the end of the game. The Mingus Marauders fall to 1-4 as they lose on the road at homecoming at Deer Valley by a score of 24-8. A little too late here for the Mingus Marauders. We will take a break. We will come back for our post-game festivities and shows right after this.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. You know, your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywoodworks.com.
Stay cozy and comfortable with Fiskor Heating and Cooling. At Fiskor Heating and Cooling, we bring warmth to your winters and cool comfort to your summers. Our friendly team of experts is dedicated to keeping your home just the way you like it. Whether it's a tune-up, repair, or a brand new system, you can count on us for reliable and speedy service with a smile. Your comfort is our priority. Choose Fiskor Heating and Cooling for a happier, cozier home.
Call Fiskor Heating and Cooling. We're here for you. Let's go, Marauders!
Well, the Mingus Marauders end up winning the second half by a score of 8-3. However, they do fall short 24-8 here to Deer Valley. And Deer Valley successful on their homecoming. They score first with a Guggenberger 28-yard interception return for a touchdown with 4:52 left to go in the first half. And that was after the teams had each pitched shutouts and not given up first downs to either team. So it was kind of a back-and-forth defensive battle at that particular point. They would score with a decent drive. 3:50 left to go in the second quarter as Paxton catches a 30-yard touchdown toss from LeBaron, and the extra point was no good. It was 13-0. Figured that we were going to get pretty close to that at halftime. Unfortunately, Mingus gives up the ball on a fumble on their side of the field, using the short side of the field in 1 minute and 53 seconds, and Deer Valley goes into a 2-minute drill. Does it very well. Ends up with 10 seconds left to go, a 2-yard toss from LeBaron to C.J. Williams for the touchdown, and LeBaron adds the 2-point conversion. It was 21-0 at halftime. Third quarter, no scoring whatsoever. Fourth quarter, 8:18 left to go, a 30-yard field goal by Chavs. And that one looked low. It was still really questionable whether it went over the bar or under the bar or really close to the bar. Either way, it was darn close. The field goal was good, and it was 24-0. Mingus would then put together a drive with 3:45 left to go in the game. Capped off by a 16-yard pass as Rice finds De La Haye pretty much by himself in the end zone, and the 2-point conversion. The run was good by Stokes, and 24-6, our final score here in the game. And when we come back from our first break here, we're going to go through individual stats, and it's going to be a lot closer than what the score shows. We'll return to Deer Valley High School after this.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Welcome to postgame here at Deer Valley High School. Jackie Bessler and Nick Yatsenko along with you here. And, of course, you can watch the replay on our Cablecast channel. You can go to verdevalleytv.com and go to our Cablecast channel, and you can view all the Mingus Marauder games available there. A lot closer than the score, 24-8 out here. Tyler LeBaron, the quarterback here for Deer Valley, ends up 13 for 19, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So had 101 yards in the first half, had 35 yards in the second half. Marcus Johnson, their big running back, ends up here today with 16 carries, 34 yards, and probably 12 bruises to go along with it. Aiden Sanchez adds 10 carries and 45 yards, so the smaller, more elusive back picks up some more yardage out there. So 100 yards on the ground, 136 yards in the air, 236 in total for the Deer Valley Skyhawks, but they did control the ball when they needed to, and you made mention of that, especially in the second half.
Yeah, and I mean, it's crazy to hear that statistic that we outscored them in the second half, Jackie. It's, like I said during break, it's such a heartbreaking loss, and you don't feel, it doesn't look like that from the score, but it just feels like that. And to your point, yeah, Deer Valley saved their absolute best drive for the last one.
Although their drive for the field goal was pretty good too.
Yeah.
I mean, they chewed up clock. Like they were trying to get to the homecoming dance. They chewed up clock.
They knew that the Marauders had chances in this game.
Oh, yeah.
They knew that the Marauders could absolutely make a game of this had given the opportunity.
It was a defensive, offensive presentation by Deer Valley here in the second half, but they still did really well. They took a few shots downfield, didn't get them, but did take some shots downfield here in the second half. Dawson Rice here today ends up 9 for 22, 93 yards in the air, 1 touchdown, that one going to De La Haye, and then 2 interceptions. Guggenberger just had a field day as a big guy on the line as he picks off not 1 but 2 in today's game, and that's got to go down for something special for him for homecoming 2024. The Mingus Marauders 125 yards on the ground, so Mingus outrushes Deer Valley here as Rice ends up with 6 carries, 34 yards total. Rain Stokes does the legwork, 18 carries for 82 yards out there, and Chupp had 1 carry for 1 yard. when Rain Stokes was taking a break here earlier in the game. 4 yards for De La Haye, but total, the Mingus Marauders had 125 yards on the ground, 93 yards in the air, almost what, 225, 218 to 236.
Yep.
So from the line of scrimmage, Deer Valley has 18 more yards, a defensive touchdown, and wins the game 24-8 here today.
And the Marauders lost the turnover battle.
Yes, that's true.
So when you look at those statistics, Mingus had a clear shot at being the victor here tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of different ways it could have gone, and it's a game of inches. We saw a lot of close spots, and you got to fight for those inches.
Oh, I know.
That's what's going to make it up into the day. And like you just said, what a close game. The score doesn't really dictate that. The interception by Carter to start the game scoring for the Skyhawks was huge for them in this homecoming game. And, man, that gave them just the momentum. I thought that first half, even though Deer Valley had the lead, I felt like the Marauders had a lot of the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And then to outscore them in the second half leaves you heartbroken here tonight.
No, absolutely. Let's check in on any other scores that might be going on.
Yeah, let's see. So I got to not a final yet. Fourth quarter, Bradshaw Mountain is beating Apache Junction 38-7. So they're handling business. One of our Grand Canyon region teams. Number 2, Thunderbird. That was a very close game with Greenway. It was 7-0 at the half, and now in quarter 4, it's 42-0 Thunderbird.
Ooh.
So they really woke up and took care of business. Number 5, Micah Mountain. 41-7 over Casa Grande. That one is not final yet, fourth quarter. Another fourth quarter update is Arizona College Prep 43, Yuma Catholic 22. So the number 1 team being Arizona College Prep, beating the number 3 team right now. They're in the fourth quarter. And that's going to be pretty much it. We'll try to get you some Grand Canyon region updates. The last ranked in the 4A division is Eastmark is down 7-16 against Northwest Christian.
Ooh, Northwest Christian trying to come back.
Absolutely.
Who lost by 1 point to Prescott. I wonder what that means for Prescott out there. Of course, we finished the season against Prescott. Most importantly, the rest of our schedule kind of goes this way. Here's how it looks as we get into October. We've got homecoming coming up next Friday as the Flagstaff Eagles come to town, and we start Grand Canyon region play, and we start off with homecoming and the Flagstaff Eagles. That should be an absolutely fantastic game. I suggest you come out. It'll be an absolute blast. Then we have a bye week, and probably a well-timed bye week, and then we match up with Coach Bob Young and the Bradshaw Bears as they come to town, and so that both teams have bye weeks that same week.
Wow.
So it'll be interesting to see how they put that together and put that to use. But it'll be a great time for the Mingus Marauders to try to bounce back, especially when you've got such low numbers on your squad. At this point in the season, the bruises don't actually heal before you rebruise, right?
Right. These guys are going both sides of the ball out there.
No.
They're getting their breaks in. Coach Midkiff is definitely bringing in the substitutes, and they're doing a great job. The next man up philosophy is working. We've seen it work for the Marauders. It's just that's tight, and these guys are dogs out there. They're working hard, and give them a lot of credit. Look at how hard they're working and still delivering some of the bigger hits in these games. You can always count on the Marauders to deliver hits, no matter who the opponent is.
Right, absolutely. Well, we're going to look for more hits coming up next Friday night, homecoming for the Mingus Marauders with the Flagstaff Eagles. We want to wish everybody a fantastic night from northwest Phoenix area, the Deer Valley area, and Deer Valley High School. A big thank you to Mike Barkley and Sam Jocham, our producers here today, our camera crew, Tristan Wright, Raphael Beltran, and Rainey Shower, all pitching in with our pictures and scenes out here. And of course, Nick, I want to thank you, wish you well, and congratulations once again on your engagement to the lovely Dallas.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to call it a night here from Deer Valley High School, and we will see you next Friday night back at Mingus Union High School.
Your 2024 Mingus Marauders, brought to you by Jones Ford Verde Valley, Arizona's best. On 260 in Cottonwood, visit Jones Ford today. All Price Insurance in Cottonwood, helping you find the best option for your insurance coverage. Larry Green Chevrolet. Visit them on Rodeo Drive in Cottonwood or shop completely online at LarryGreenChevrolet.com. Sun Country Custom Woodworks, serving Arizona for over 10 years. Tiffany's Construction Value, engineering on every project. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, serving the Verde Valley screen printing needs for over 30 years. Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros, more miles for your money. Gettles High Desert Mechanical, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Don't settle, get Gettles. Consideration also provided by Jennifer Griffin State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Fiskor Heating and Cooling, serving Northern Arizona residents and businesses. They're here for you. Taylor Waste, the best local option for service tailored to your needs. D-Best Plumbing, they simply believe in getting it right the first time. Yavapai College, serving students with opportunities and resources at 6 campuses across Yavapai County. Longfellow Excavating, we dig your ideas. Call 928-300-3792. This has been a presentation of Mingus Marauder Football on Verde Valley Television. Any reproduction without the express authorization of Verde Valley TV or Yavapai Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. Visit VerdeValleyTV.com for a full list of content, including previous Marauder games and other great community programming.